You didn't know how the hell to kip a toes bar?
Where I'm just blah.
Well, if you did, maybe we'd have won the 2017 games, you know?
Really?
I'm just kidding.
100 clean jerks, 225, you did in 10 minutes?
I watched my daughter yesterday throw up from drinking so much pool.
Rich, I'm feeling cold.
Look at what I'm doing.
This is cool.
Stop inserting things.
Just all like, human centipede style.
Rich was my Adler. I was chasing him.
People are going to like this podcast a whole lot more than the last one.
This episode is brought to you by Whoop. Whoop is a 24/7 health and fitness wearable that tracks your daily activity and gives detailed breakdowns of your sleep, recovery, stress, and more to help provide you with personalized insights and feedback on your health. With 140 trackable daily habits, Whoop can help show the positives and negatives of your lifestyle. Try Whoop for 1 month free and start the journey towards a healthier you. Head to join.whoop.com/mayhem to get started. Darren has poison ivy. We're all going to die.
It's right here. If you get prednisone, will you skip the last few days and give it to me?
Yes.
Thank you.
He needs it for Fresh Coast, though.
I do.
Who's on your team?
For Fresh Coast.
So me, Jeff, and Tim. So the same people I have had the last couple of years. It's be good.
What are your guys' events? You know all the events, or
We know 3 of them?
Yeah,
Four
which
of
is yeah.
I know this.
Yeah, that's
Three
right.
of them.
Well, 3 of them, but
It's
two,
two.
but 2 and 3 go into each other.
They always, they were last year too, right?
Yeah,
So
it
we
was
know
the way
3.
it was flowed. But yeah, the first one is it's a play on 2013. No.
Oh,
John
it's a
Fort-
play on the team workout.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
2000.
Team had the life raft in it. the
Stupid
swim.
life raft. I hate that thing. I'd
What is
rather
it?
swim. I think I'm just gonna swim and leave.
So
it's like a big
Jay Webb and
kickboard,
Dan.
right?
And
yeah,
leave
yeah,
them.
giant one though.
There's no efficient way to move the
no.
thing.
No, there's no efficient, but I will say I think it's better with less people.
I'd rather swim.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't say I'd rather swim, but
When's the last
there-
time you actually swam?
so
Like in a
the-
workout?
so I actually was telling Rich I swam last week.
At a
I
pool?
did.
Like you went to
At
a
a
pool?
pond. At a pond.
I was about
I've
to say,
not
I'm
so
like, I
open- no,
don't
pool,
see you
no.
just like
I
going
will,
to.
I will probably never, and I'll probably never swim
A lap pool?
competitively, like in a pool, like
Like
go to
workout-wise?
Yeah. To actually go to a pool. And
I wouldn't if I was.
I hate
for
it.
Sure
I
would.
hate it.
I
like it.
dread.
I
it.
watched
mind
my
it at
daughter yesterday throw up from drinking so much pool water, and it literally
like
brought
you. A lot like
brought
you.
back haunting memories of me at Tennessee Tech going in the bathroom and doing my burp throw up. Where I'm just
Sure enough. Yeah.
yeah, because Rich is like, hey, we're gonna warm up with a 2K.
Yep.
And then after that, we're gonna
do another
swim.
2K.
We're gonna swim 2,000 more meters. And I'm like, Rich, it's day 1. I don't know how to swim.
I don't know how to
And
swim.
he's like,
got a
well,
couple-
yeah. And then
couple
we're
of
gonna
those
go
meltdowns.
hundreds on the minute.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna go 50,
50s on the minute. We never went hundreds on
We
the
went
minute.
hundreds on the 2 minutes. I still never once hit. Never once hit one of those.
Oh man.
It was
Well,
ridiculous.
if you did, maybe we'd have won the 2017 games, you know?
I think
That wasn't the reason why. Dude, so, and like it's crazy you actually like just said, because who was I just talking to about this? I go, man, there was a point in the games that year, and I don't bring this up to reminisce on, but somebody talked about it, and I said, man, there was a point where I saw Rich at the lowest of his low, and but no, I mean seriously, like when you miss the 345 squat clean. So like it was the max clean and jerk,
Yeah.
and then
In the Tennessee Stadium.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I put
Or
that
sorry, in
freaking
the
elbow
Coliseum.
sleeve on.
Yeah, you.
For some
I
reason.
mean, and it's like
Yeah.
routine. I mean, because like I mean, in my head, I was always like, "Your hype man." I go, dude, this is easy for him.
What'd you hit? 300, 305?
I hit 306 or like something like that.
I don't
I
remember.
watched
But
it.
yeah.
For some reason, I watched an event not that long ago.
But yeah, and then I mean, because then it was like Rich's turn. Like me and Hewitt got it out of the way.
It was
We're
a
like, hey,
really short window, right?
It was
It was like
super
2
short.
attempts for everybody. It was
super
really
short, but it was like Rich is up. I was like, all right, he'll hit this because Hewitt and I are getting ready to load up. I think your next one is gonna be like 365.
I don't remember.
But like something
I remember,
happened.
I missed the jerk or missed the
clean.
It was because right before we went out there, my elbow had been bugging me, and so I grabbed one of those freaking elbow sleeves. I was like, "Oh, this will help," and
just-
like an idiot,
yeah,
not
felt weird.
warmed up with it, nothing. And when I went
Yeah.
out there, this elbow went up.
And
Like,
as soon as that
whatever elbow it
happened,
was.
like my soul dropped. I go, oh shit. I was like, oh.
We
Blew
might
it.
lose.
Yeah,
I blew it.
I was like, wow. I go, wow, because I mean,
There were several things we did that weekend.
yeah.
that was the reason why we lost.
But
that
but
was
it's
not.
usually like that. Like everybody has their one thing, like event, like you like count on. For me, it's like if it was anything handstand walking, I was like, all right, you don't have to think about it or stuff like that. And muscle ups
That year.
Until that year, when I kept getting no reps.
Or when you your shoulder gave out at regional.
Yeah.
I think we talked
Just
about
chest
that.
bar. Yeah, we did talk about that last
Get
time.
us
That's
down.
so good.
But still.
Or him warming up with 135 squat snatches
Didn't
and
make a
missing.
single rep.
I'm
I'm glad we're talking about
We're
that.
dead. And then he hit every single one of them out there.
Yeah.
Clutch.
Clutch 135-pound snatch. I'm glad I could be. I'm glad I could.
It was
be.
like 36, 20.
It was like double or like triple Amanda.
Triple Amanda.
Yeah, triple Amanda.
Sam and I did a version of that last year.
Because then you and I did it teams of 2.
Yeah.
Because then we did it here at the barn. I remember.
I mean, I think we as the males won that part, but I think it was a
Yeah,
combined
yeah.
time. Your time didn't really matter.
Yeah.
It wasn't separate scores, but
Dom and I just started programming this weekend of like our first mock per se. It's not really. It's just like we're
events.
Yeah, we're doing event style, but like we're just what we did last year, where we kind of like do a few events or a few days of events and then tape. Almost like it's like a uptick every weekend. It's gonna add until the 2 weekends before is like almost a full weekend, and then we take a week off. But the first event that we came up with is 4-person synchro Amanda 975, all 4-person synchro, 7-minute window. Rest at the
that's all on the
all on the girls.
All on the girls,
Ring?
man.
Well, yeah, ring.
I mean,
all 4 on the rings.
All 4 on the
Synchro?
rings.
I mean, granted, muscle ups, yeah. Squat
We did that at the
snatching,
games.
squat snatching, that's on the men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it.
We're
gonna do it how we did the overhead squats 2 years ago, where like you can't see what's going on.
Congo line?
Yeah,
Congo
Congo line, just like human centipede style. Is the best way I can explain it.
ATM.
So 4-person synchro Amanda, and then rest at 7 minutes, rest 1 minute into a 7-minute window of a 1-rep max snatch. Rest 1 minute at the 7-minute window into a 3K. We had been doing like a ski interval build, and then this is basically like our test for it. 3K between me and Sam to 2,500 meters between the girls to transition from the ski.
Jeez, Pete.
To transition to and from the ski, you have to do a 30-foot handstand walk.
I need to have this pulled up on. I need this on a whiteboard.
Yeah. We were standing at a whiteboard and we figured it out.
You are solid.
Zach Galifianakis trying to figure out this workout.
Yeah, you are.
No, CrossFit's
the
easy
whole
to
time overhead.
Yes,
almost.
that's the whole point.
Yeah,
like because we've been doing
in some way, shape, or form your shoulders.
We've been doing on Mondays. This was like to kind of roll into our sports specific stuff we're doing. On Mondays we've been doing.
Keep doing this a lot.
Yeah, because I don't know. The term sounds so. I can't. Can I say?
No.
Oh, the term sounds.
All I have to do is.
You can't say that one either.
What is the show or movie where it's I can't say whatever? Nope, can't say that one. What is that?
Oh,
it's
is
Four
it
Christmases.
Yes. No. Yeah.
When they're playing the game and she's you
That's
can't
right.
say
About-
you
Can't
can't
say
say
that.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's
when you
cheating.
got
mom is
Yeah.
He's cheating.
Can't say that.
Yeah.
can't say that.
Okay. Well, whatever.
It's not right.
Yeah. It's wrong.
Mountain Ops has combined my 2 biggest passions, fitness and the outdoors, as well as sourcing quality ingredients. Mountain Ops Supplements has helped me get the most out of my training sessions in and out of the gym. If you want to start taking your results seriously, I've put together a bundle of Mountain Ops products. New and returning customers save 20% on their purchase when you visit mountainops.com and use the code Froning. That's MTNOPS.com, code FRONING. What could happen if you committed 1 year to better nutrition? The RP Diet app provides a virtual nutrition coach and a year of nutrition guidance for less than $8 a month. Take the guesswork out of your nutrition. Head over to rpstrength.com and use the code Froning for a year of the RP Diet app for only $89.99.
Anyways, we've been doing like a squat snatch program and a ski program, and this is like our test for it. A training block.
If you
training
will.
block, yeah, training block if you will. And
Like
this
a
is our deload.
mesocycle?
This is our deload week on our
Meso
training
and
block.
microcycle.
Meso, micro, macro, all that.
Yeah, so we kind of did that. That's gonna be session 1 on
Eastern
Friday.
block.
Easter block. What's
Eastern
that?
block?
Eastern.
Oh.
Eastern time.
That's our session 1. Session 2, we're gonna go to the track and do some sprinting.
What's your random piece? Because you got to have a random movement in there like that you think that's going to be in the games. Because you had texted me something that you think might pop up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I
Can
got
you
that
say
one.
it yet,
I'll
or you gotta wait?
No, I can say it.
Yeah, he can say he didn't send it to you.
Did I?
I usually ridicule him for his
I was gonna
ideas.
say-
No.
But
This isn't
this
stupid.
one-
This is cool. This is cool.
This one, we've actually, I mean, everybody's kind of like predicted it for
Give
years.
it a shot. All right.
but-
What do we got?
Rock wall.
Okay.
Think about
Okay.
it. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on. Hang on. There
Think
is
about it.
on Rogue's website. They have a rock wall attachment for the rig. It's just like a ladder. It looks like a pegboard basically, but has little screw holes.
I could
for,
see it. I mean,
And
it's a functional.
the thing is, there's like 3 or 4 different.
I don't hate the idea, but
Yeah.
you got to think about in mass.
What do you mean?
For-
I
as
know,
an
here we go.
event.
I have.
All right, go ahead.
I have. No. What's your question?
It's just
I want to argue it.
Yeah.
it's
Argue
too
with
much.
me. Prove
Why
me
is
wrong.
it too much?
I don't. It's
I
not.
mean,
like, how are you gonna?
it's too
how?
much.
Go ahead. Tell me how you're gonna do it.
Okay, I'm glad you asked.
All right.
I'm glad
This
you
is why I
asked because
asked.
I'm ready.
Pull out my
All right.
paper.
So, because they have like 3 or 4 different attachments, you choose 1 or 2, or just one attachment. That's like pretty much the same thing. It's it's a cup, and you kind of fit your fingers around to make it not for like rock climbing specific. They make it similar to a pegboard or a rope climb, where it's more just about your pulling and like getting your feet on. You make it a 15 or 20 foot climb, which they've done 20-foot rope climbs in the Coliseum under the crash pad with the crash pad under them. So the safety's not a factor here. Like they've done this before.
Take safety out of it when you put people in the ocean swimming.
Yeah, exactly.
And
there's
we have a life
alligators.
raft.
You can replicate for 10
Insert
lanes.
Fall 2010.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where the crash pad came from.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You can you can make it, lane width, and it could be a plexiglass. It could be on a plexiglass with screw holes in it, and you climb up with everyone has the exact same lane. You could easily make the exact same lane.
You could. It would honestly look like the ESPN shot when no one could do the pegboard.
Yeah, maybe.
mean,
but I don't
that's-
think it'd be that hard.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, to
I'm
me,
afraid
I
it
don't
might be.
hate it. I just don't see enough variance from the pegboard.
I don't either. I just think that I actually started to think about it this way. I think a rock climb, you can argue with me on this, is more functional than a rope climb.
I will 100% agree with that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, then
one
argument's
of
over.
the most sore I've ever been was we spent 3 hours at a rock climbing park with the kids. My forearms hurt for 4 days.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
See,
Here's the event.
He feels
Here's
so
the
good,
event.
right? But this is a good event.
Insert rock climb for any pegboard workout. Okay.
Yeah,
Stop
I know.
inserting
I know.
things. Just
Yeah, don't insert things.
All right.
6'4", 20-foot rock climbs.
Okay.
16, 12.8, or was it 12.8? 12.8.4 overhead squats, 185, 205, 225, and then lunge steps, overhead lunge steps for I think it was 24 feet, 18 feet, 12
You ready?
feet. Yeah,
Let me
go
say
ahead.
it. All right, 4-3-2, 20-foot rock wall climbs, 12.8.4 overhead squat, 185, 205, 225. These are men's weight. And then
Why not just leave it at that?
24, 18, 12-foot overhead walking lunge.
Because I was thinking of the final event.
Yeah, I'm good with it except for the.
So you're
if you
advancing
got
the
too many
bar?
moving parts.
Really?
of the-
I like
advanced
the
bar.
idea of like because the people
Oh,
who are
okay,
gonna
I guess
win,
you squat it,
squat
you
snatch
lunge
it, you squat it, and then you have
drop
to
it to your next
hold it.
plates.
Yeah,
I get that.
because on the last round, 8 overhead squats. Is it 8?
Last round's 4. 12,
I think that's
12,
plenty.
8-4.
4 at 225 at the end of the weekend is probably fine. Right into a 6-step lunge.
And after doing a movement that probably 90%, 95%
Never
of the
done.
athletes have never touched.
more than enough.
Yeah.
You want my CrossFit
I'm-
Games update?
What?
You want my CrossFit Games update?
Yeah.
Love to hear it. Rock wall.
You coming to Leadville with me?
Live on the show, I'm about to submit my CrossFit Games press credential request.
Oh, all right.
In 3, 2, 1, submit.
Hmm.
I just filled it out.
How many are you requesting?
Well, this is just for me.
People are going to like this podcast a whole lot more than the last one.
Which one are we counting as the last one?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I'm not sure.
Our
That,
We should probably put this
timeline.
one in between as a buffer.
Yeah.
Because the one yesterday does get, disclaimer, it does get a little political. But
our timeline.
well, it's not a
saying-
disclaimer if this comes after it.
yeah,
I think
we
it
should
should come
definitely
before it.
we should definitely put this one in between. I was
This
thinking
one?
soften it up a little bit.
Dude, could
So
you
your opening
and
your
honestly,
opening
though,
monologue of the last one makes no sense.
Sure does. We're gonna talk about the previous two. It's fine.
So you have to
This is
say
our
something.
world. We can do whatever the hell we
You
want.
have to
now.
say something on this episode that's going to make people mad to make the opening monologue make
All right.
sense for the
Well,
next
just
one that we
don't
filmed
bleep
yesterday.
what Angelo had
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
piss people real off. Well,
Really?
really.
You can't use that word.
you're not allowed
I'm bleeping
anymore.
it for
It's like
sure.
an off limits word. It's
Yeah.
it's
Have you seen the from The Office?
it's pretty. you know.
Yeah, Oscar.
I agree.
I like when he says when Michael Scott says that.
Oh,
in the office.
I trust me. I know.
Yeah.
All right.
but-
What, Dan
No,
had a
no.
good
What I was
thought.
gonna say though, if there is a year to implement this, it's all indoors.
Yeah.
Like all the CrossFit games. I mean, as far as
It's not all indoors,
I
Darren.
know, not
90% of it is.
Yeah.
90%. But if there ever
Don't
was a time
generalize them.
where I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, but I'm saying if there is a time where it makes sense,
Make it exciting. Make an
yeah,
exciting.
make it
event
exciting.
indoor.
It's new place, a new movement.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think call me crazy. I don't think the crossover single under was a very exciting new thing, or the single under.
Yeah.
You know, implement.
Not
I don't
very
think
exciting.
that really got the crowd going. I know I wasn't jazzed.
If the crossover double under never shows up again or single under, I will be very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I mean, yes, is it a test? Sure. Is it a good test? No.
No. It's so dumb.
I mean, there's a ton of. I mean, we could go on for days about it, but
I think also, though, we do have to be careful with, like, why do we have to throw all the new stuff in just to throw in new stuff?
100%.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I mean,
100%. But I do.
some of it's good. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that we shouldn't
yeah,
ever
yeah.
do that, but
Like there are
that workout
things,
works just as well for me
With rope
as a rope
climbs
climb or a pegboard.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones that they threw in, and I don't think it gets thrown in enough, that I thought was pretty cool, was the snail.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was something that I thought was very cool to
I
see.
never pushed it with
I
more
was gonna
than
say I've never
twos.
done it.
or
Yeah,
with,
you
with
and
single
you
individuals.
Yeah.
We did twos.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
and Dre.
like the
had
pig
switch off
suck.
the girls.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, but like I
was a
think
fun
that's
event,
great.
though.
Like that's a great grunt work type.
And so is the ring
Movement.
handstand push-up. I think they need to bring it back.
Okay, here we go.
So good.
so bad.
So good.
That is
that
one of
movement
the
needs to go away.
That is one of the movements where there is no clear standard.
No.
I don't care who you are, whatever. That is who your judge is and who's willing to make the call.
Yep.
I still see highlight videos of it where people are making fun of it. I still see it on like
Dude,
Instagram
that
or
first year
YouTube
at the
or something.
games, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, that was
I'd be locked out.
205 power
And
clean and
I
3
remember
and
who was
7?
my judge. I won't say it, but she's like, "You gotta bring your head through," and I'm like, "My head is through." It was so bad, and people
The
next
human
to me,
body
fall off the
people
ring.
next to me are getting away with murder.
Doing push-ups.
You remember too?
All you had to do is make that a parallel handstand
dude.
push-up.
Yeah.
You guys did
Strict.
parallel handstand push-ups 2 plates, like no
With
cushion.
metal
so
plates.
good.
the metal.
Dude,
round
I had.
plates.
It's partly probably why I'm bald now, but I had like a shark fin.
They were literally
where,
in
like,
the back.
Or
Like-
your ring would hit you on the head.
Yes, every time it hurt so bad. I had skin peeling for
All
weeks.
the athletes were back to like, who's got a skull candy cap
Yeah,
or
yeah.
who's got? Does anybody have some type of cap? Like guys are like putting on like these things.
It hurt so
Their
bad.
head.
What
and
is up with that?
It's like they're back there practicing all years.
Wham!
I was thinking about it. I can see them like testing it and then we're like, Dave, don't you think we should put like an ab on? He's like, what?
Nonsense.
I gave him 2 plates.
No, or they tested it with rubber plates, and then all they have there
All they had
is
was comp
competition
plates.
plates.
Yeah.
That's what happened. If
Even
I
a rubber
guess.
plate is.
All you had to do is put a piece of rubber mat on it.
Yeah.
It at least makes it,
Yeah.
Do
it
what's
still
so-
hurts, but
That is when ab mats were relevant too. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, we could use
Use
these
an ab
things.
mat.
Yeah,
Exactly, because that's what we always did is a
yeah.
plate and an ab
put
mat.
an ab mat
well, I
there.
mean, even I want to say the push-pull event. I think it was just straight to the soccer
Yeah.
floor with
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
a piece
yeah.
of rubber, small
yeah,
piece of rubber.
small, like those.
Wait,
Super-
which one are you talking about?
That was the
pulled me
Josh
in
Bridges
Bridges.
race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the.
It was a cool workout. It could
That
be
was
done way
really cool.
better.
That was a
with,
great-
with
that was-
what they did with the feet thing this year.
Yeah,
was it,
would've been
uh,
way
sandbag
better.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
the
a
sandbags
mess.
were hard.
Who was the pale bald guy? Stoneberg.
Yeah,
Stoneberg,
Stoneberg crushed
yes.
it.
Stoneberg.
and then him and Bridges came in.
Right.
I think he
The
probably took
Jack
third.
version of Ben Davison.
The funny, I
Yeah.
always remember the whole thing with Stoneberg is he had like 100 Instagram followers. Like
Oh,
he was
yeah,
at the games
yeah.
and no one knew.
They're like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are people following him?
But he was
Yeah.
always pretty good. Like he was always
was,
in the
he was.
conversation,
Right
being
there.
decent.
he
Whatever
was.
happened
Yeah,
to
he was.
him?
He was one of those sneaky ones.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Your favorite
now?
was Cody Anderson too. You loved him.
Oh, you
Dude,
love Cody.
unbelievable though.
Still,
he
he's
still
still
doesn't
so
get
strong.
talked. He doesn't get talked about enough, man.
Yeah.
He was like
strong.
19, and he was like
Wasn't he like super strong and super good at gymnastics, but just, like,
Unbroken muscle
just not
up
good at
one.
fitness in
Remember,
general.
he was the one that went through the unbroken, where if you broke, you had to do the penalty 200.
Yeah.
I know,
I
yeah.
messed up on
Because
that one.
I actually went back and watched
I
that,
blew it.
and they showed you because we're sitting there.
Failed my-
I'm like, I used
It was those
I used to
long
get so
straps.
upset because I'm like, Rich has got it easy. I go, Rich goes unbroken all the time. You're right. I go,
It's those long straps, bro.
look like an idiot.
Yeah.
yeah, you're telling everybody, go, dude, he's
I
gonna
don't-
crush
dude.
it. And then
If
you-
there
you're
was if
failing.
there was betting back then, I would have lost so much money.
If I could go back,
awesome.
I would have split that middle set and been
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I messed
Which
up.
you know, it's like looking back on
Because
that
I got
too.
the first set.
Yeah, you did.
It was the
18.
second
Yep.
set. It was the
Was
last.
it 18,
Yeah.
It was the
15,
18, 15, 12.
It was the last rep on
Yeah.
my.
Yeah,
second
and dude,
set.
and that penalty 200 was every.
So
Like,
And
much.
then
once
in
you
the
hit
last
it,
set,
you-
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Those long straps, it's hard.
So different.
I can't believe. I think Cody
Completely
Anderson was the
different.
only person that did it. Maybe Chris Spieler did do it, but he went a little bit
Ben
slower.
Smith do well on that too, I
Oh,
thought.
I know Cody Anderson went unbroken. That's
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
thing I can remember.
He did, and I think that was like his.
And he did really. I mean,
He's
really
strong.
good on the squat.
He
clean
is. He's
ladder.
strong. That's
He is
what.
super
That's what
strong.
I'm saying. For a guy who was that little to see him
Dude.
lift, he was like he was after the Chris Spieler run, which like Chris Spieler wasn't known for his freakish strength. He could just do unbelievable
Yeah.
things for his size. Like
Yeah.
Cody was small but could lift
Still strong,
unbelievable
yeah.
weight.
Still strong.
And to
Yeah,
me,
he
that's
just
just
whatever it was like
yeah.
on the. I don't know what his weaknesses were, but like,
He just wasn't strong enough.
yeah,
You know, he just didn't.
strong for really
Yeah.
strong for his size, but still just not quite
Yeah.
strong enough.
When it comes to training flooring, durability is the most important factor. With Regapol's established 65-year history, the decision for our studio flooring was simple. Made from recycled tires, Regapol floors are indestructible, durable, and easy to install, and has less smell than other rubber flooring products on the market. To purchase, go to roguefitness.com and search Regupol. That's spelled Regupol. Get strong, grow durable, and unlock your potential on Regapol rubber flooring. Recover faster, breathe easier, and increase your endurance with Airwave's scientifically proven performance mouthpiece. If high-intensity or interval-style training is your sport, try their patented endurance mouthpiece. I opted for the Mayhem 2-pack with one of each. For podcast listeners only, save 15% of your purchase at airwave.com/Froning. That's airwave.com/Froning.
Yeah,
I know. Because, like, there were other athletes that I talked about that kind of, like, just disappeared. Who was the one or Alex Anderson. He was one
Yeah. I
that,
think he
like,
just
came.
got so good.
He was. He was
so good.
freakishly strong guy. He was always a top 10 or whatever
Yeah.
at the games. And then,
and then one year he just didn't go.
Yeah.
and then you're like, and then you never hear anything. It's crazy. He
But
lived in
it's,
Knoxville, right?
I think he's in Knoxville, yeah.
it's crazy to think, too, because think of all the people that have started watching, like, the sport here recently. They don't know who any of them are.
Oh, I know.
Some of them never,
You see
like, seen you compete
Hendren
on
working
team.
out with Dan sometimes
Yep.
in the barn.
Yeah.
Marcus Hendren was like a state in that Central East.
Yeah.
It's like because Central East would take top 5.
And
They
he
were the
would-
only
yeah.
ones because they had such fit
And
athletes.
he would sneak in.
He'd sneak
and get
in
like
at he
fourth
would
at the
do
games.
unbelievable at the last event.
Yeah.
Because what was that? That to me that was one of the coolest finishers too.
The rope
It
climb
was the
squat
rope climb
clean?
squat clean 225.
So good.
I was like, that was such a great workout.
Was it 3 and 4 for like 3 rounds? 3
Or
rope
like
climbs,
5
4 squat
rounds.
cleans or something?
Post me then, huh?
No,
No,
it was
you were there. You
were there.
won
It was
it.
you did. Yeah, you won it.
You won it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Doesn't remember.
I'm almost
I don't
positive.
Ah, there's so
did I?
many of them.
I don't remember that workout.
You
I
guys,
do.
it was
Was it the
really
Central?
weird.
Yeah, Central
Because
East.
you guys had to like clean in a
And-
lane, and the bar had to advance the bar. You had to like throw it long ways into the next round.
And Travis Badgett.
Yep.
That's when he would announce. He was
I don't remember
announcing.
that.
Yeah.
whatsoever.
yeah.
Oh, did we
Froning.
we ran down, cleaned,
Yeah.
ran
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
cleaned.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because you were in your lane. You guys were all this
And
long
yeah, you guys
ways.
were facing. Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
were
like
conga
facing the
lines.
rope.
Advance
I don't remember it.
to
Yeah,
the side.
harmonica
I still
style.
remember it was a 2K row, like 50 pistols, and then 30 hang cleans at
Yeah.
225.
That was
Yeah.
like,
That's
yeah,
2011.
what did they call that though?
No, it was 2012 or 13.
What's
Oh,
the
it was 2012, I think. Maybe.
what's the girl workouts?
Jackie?
1,000? Yeah. It
They
was
did
like
Jackie in
2.5.
We
2013.
did Jackie
Okay,
in
yeah,
13.
In 2013, they did Jackie.
And it was like 5 guys
Because
within 1
teams,
second.
remember teams, you got to pick what athlete got to do like what
Oh,
workout.
yeah, and
so like I
Derek
only had to
Robb,
work out once.
You do like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because I only had
Such
to
a
work out
bad-
once for once one day, and then I think I missed a 1 day of working out. Then I worked out the last day.
It was
Like
so
you got
dumb.
to pick.
You had 6 people
did.
on a
You had
team, and
6
you could
people.
pick who you wanted to put
Because
in.
Oh,
Thomas
really?
Cox and Jackie did the row,
and then D-Rob.
then
D-Rob?
Ben Davison and Jen
Rogers.
did the deadlift
Ben
box jump.
Rogers.
Yeah, Ben
Yeah.
Rogers.
Oh, back when you could
Yeah.
rebound and
Yeah,
they kill
yeah,
it.
30
Did you?
inches.
I won't throw out what account did this, but they were talking about
Yes.
speeding up your box jumps.
Oh, that was
and that
so
you should
bad.
rebound. This is like a programming, like
Oh,
a bigger programming.
Do you see Dr. Rocket talking about how it's like the #1 injury for CrossFit?
It's the dumbest thing ever. We know you shouldn't
Yeah.
There's a difference in using a rebound, like doing some like drop,
Yeah.
like some
Yeah,
plyometric
not in a
stuff.
workout.
Plyometrics,
But
controlled
high
environment.
rep, box jumps,
And they
with
were
rebounding,
saying if you want to speed up your
if you
box
want to
jumps,
speed
this
up
is
your
how you
box,
do
this
it.
is how you should do it.
Yeah.
It's the
And
worst.
rebound at the top.
Like a technique video
It's the
Yes.
worst.
on how to tear your
It
Achilles.
you
blew
imagine-
my mind. I said it
Can
to
you
you guys. I
imagine like
remember.
all the people testing it are just in the back, just like
No, the
wrapped
comments. The
shins?
comments are like, "This is how I tore my Achilles." Yeah,
Yeah.
I tore my Achilles doing this. Yeah,
I am
my
here for the
Achilles, my
comments.
Achilles, and it just keeps going through. And they're defending themselves. In the
And
comments.
that's what like because people ask me about it all the time for like programming. You go, look, unless you're paid to do it, you should never do it.
Yeah.
And even
Even if
and
you're
I
paid
was
to
gonna
do it,
say,
it's a
even if you're
Yeah.
paid, it's like
huge-
Yeah,
you
to
know,
that point, Paige went to that reps ahead competition,
Yeah,
and they
I
had to
heard.
do box jump overs, and you were allowed to rebound. So,
Yes.
but the whole premise is like once you get a certain amount of reps ahead of the next person,
You win.
You win. But she didn't want to rebound, so obviously she's gonna lose
Yeah.
fast, right?
Yeah.
I don't blame her for
Stupid.
thinking
And
that.
like,
Yeah.
who's gonna in an off season?
Still
Not
make
even a
fun of her.
competition,
Sideshow.
an off season live stream. Who's gonna rebound box jump overs?
Yeah.
Whoever programmed that's a moron.
yeah.
Hey, I was sorry.
heard
My
it
numbers
first
were
from
off
Scott.
a little bit. It was 4 rounds, 2 rope climbs, 4 squat cleans. So I said 3 rounds of 3.
And then the team version. So the team version, because that was our final event. I only had to do 2 rounds of it because it was 225 squat clean for me was dang
I'm
near
looking at
PR. But I want to say that like Thomas Cox took, because I think for you
Yeah.
chose what athletes got to do more. Somebody
Yep.
like would do
Two-
more
it
but
was
less rope climb.
2 and 2 for 3 rounds. 2 and 3 for 3 rounds.
I did the
2
2
and
and 2.
4.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
I did the 2 and 2. Ben did the 2 and 3. Thomas did the 2 and 4. I was like, guys, you got to let me do the 2 and 2. Like, there's no
It's
way.
the only way.
It's the only way.
You guys won the regional though, right?
Yeah. That was the year.
That
And
was
then
the first year CrossFit Mayhem ever
Yeah.
went to the team.
Yeah.
Or to the games.
Yeah, it was. Gosh, man.
With the wooden worm.
The wooden worm.
Or
the
when
wooden worm.
crazy.
when for years
And you
you
had to
gave
run
me
the
shit
hill.
about rope climbs and Darren failed some rope climbs.
Yeah.
That was
the Lego stroke climb.
was
Was that
13,
the
right?
same year?
Yeah,
Yep.
Was that, that was the same year. That was
we
in
did the
test
killer
team.
or did the
I remember walking through a tunnel. I go, Rich, you gotta go. You gotta be safe on these. I go, they're so hard. And Rich came back. Why the hell did you tell me to go slow? He was so mad because like he slowed down on him.
You gotta go slow.
And
It's
he
so
had
hard.
he had a much better pull. I mean, like than
Yeah.
I did.
But
I was like, dude,
I just remember Donovan
they're gonna
coming up
crush
to me
you.
and being like, "You get to give Darren shit now because he could not. He failed on rope.
I
'Cause
did.
We
I
were back
failed.
doing a different
I
event.
failed.
We didn't get to watch him.
A guy threw me gloves out there. A
But
guy
I think
threw me
they were
gloves.
legless, right?
Yeah. There was the first
They were
year that
legless.
they
We
implemented
never really
It was
did
the
legless.
first legless rope
Yeah,
climb.
it's
We
in
never
in a
really did
competition.
legless at that point.
No.
No,
It was
because
a
I got so
movement.
much shit for not using my feet.
Exactly. I remember, yeah, because that was the whole thing. Is like Rich got so much shit about not using his legs.
Yep.
And here, no one can use their legs.
Yep.
Dang it, I was ahead
It
of my
might have been
time,
your
you know?
fault.
And
the
you
legless
know,
rope climb
too, it's-
exists.
I was ahead of my
actually.
time.
Yeah.
And I think too, I mean, I remember it very, very vividly, but like I came out hot. I like
Of
hit
course.
the thrusters. I know. I like hit thrusters because I think for us it was 21:15.9, but it was 3:2.1.
Yes. So yours is a
believe.
little shorter.
Yeah,
Theirs was
shorter.
just a
Like
little
21, 18, 15,
Yeah,
12, 9.
yeah,
I think.
exactly.
6'3".
Yeah, it
6'3".
was.
It was
a
like,
lot.
yeah.
But you know, I just remember I just like flew through like the first like 2. But I remember after I did my last of my second rope climb, like I barely made it. I go, oh God, no. And but you know, at like that point, you know, you're in the tennis stadium, like people are cheering. So
try.
yeah, you're like, oh man, it's
Been
just
there.
going.
Gotta go.
Been
I remember,
there.
dude, I'm getting up there, and all of a sudden, like you feel your hand just go like this, and you're like,
I'm,
no.
I'm trying to move up. I'm moving down.
yeah,
right?
yeah. And I just remember like reaching. It was just like those like tunnel vision where
Just-
the rope got smaller here, and I'm just falling. I'm like, ah. Yeah. Yep. Such a humbling moment. Such a humbling
so
moment.
good.
And I remember I just sat I sat there. Like I tried it again.
Scared.
Yeah.
And I was like,
The
all right.
Were you
classic
the
where
first athlete too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yep. First one.
But
But
just staring at you.
yep. Yeah.
I'm
but
sure a lot of people were failing though.
So the guy next to me, I remember he got through it, but he was still on the second one, like when I failed. So then I tried jumping up again after like 10 seconds of resting and trying to
course.
get it.
Plenty of
and
rest.
fail.
Yeah.
You know, then he got it after he rested a little bit. Then I think after like a minute or 2, it might have been like 2 minutes that it took me. Like I sat there and waited. I go, just wait, just calm down. People are yelling, you know, and that's
Oh,
when the
yeah.
gloves, and that's
They're like-
when the gloves landed like on there.
Darren, get up there.
These gloves came out of the crowd.
Yeah, they came out of the crowd, and
I had a guy take his shoelace out of his shoes trying to show me how
He
to
and
climb the
Dusty
rope.
Hill, the guy's like,
Yeah.
look, and he's wrapping his finger around it. He's like, look at what I'm doing. He's like,
Right
what
next to him, I'm like, dude, I'm so workout drunk right now.
I'm like, you want spaghetti? Like
Yeah,
what?
'cause it's the third workout of like this mosh
Just
that you didn't even know.
Murder.
Because you won the burpee. It was over
no,
the
it was
wall and push-ups.
and hand release push-ups. And like a lamb led to slaughter, I won the first workout, and then from then on, I
and it
couldn't
was
tell
no
you
rest.
what
It was
happened.
like he would tell you the
He'd
workout.
tell you the workout
go.
into the next workout.
you know,
it was like
too, it's like
21
look
or 21 shoulder or ground overhead, 21
Was it
toes to
ring
bar?
Oh,
Yeah,
toes to
Toes to
bar.
bar.
yeah,
I
toes
don't
to bar.
remember if I honestly
Yeah.
to this day I don't remember what that workout
just
was.
blacked
I was just
out.
doing what the
And
judge
dude,
told me to.
Those are, to this day, I think that workout would still be a nasty finisher.
Oh, my gosh.
21 ground overhead and 21 toe to bar.
Yes.
Like 95 pounds.
3
that
rounds,
fast,
I
3
think.
rounds.
After doing,
you
had to like
Bur-
there was
climb-
grip
you had
in
to
the
climb-
yeah.
yeah.
And then the last one was burpees over the
was-
wall and rope climb,
Yeah.
right?
6 and like 2 or 3
was a
rope
little
climbs,
bit of
'cause
a
I got 3
shorter-
rope
But it's like
climbs
you
somehow.
changed that to like a legless.
You
and-
did finish first round, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which one don't you remember? The second one?
second one.
It was 3 rounds for time, 30 toes to bar, 21 ground to overhead.
30 toe to bar.
95
Oh my
pounds.
God.
And back
Back
then,
then, no
90
one knew how to
toes
kick.
back then there was
Yeah.
no kid. Like, you didn't
Yeah.
know how the hell to kip a toe
I
to
think
bar.
everyone was doing the old single turnaround, single.
Yeah.
single,
I did.
single.
That
I did
video's
several.
hilarious.
Or it was like broken like knees to elbows. Like you would just like pull and just
I don't even
say-
think we'd seen toes to bar on main side. I think we saw knees to elbows and
Doing
50-50. That was
90
it.
toes to
I remember
bar.
doing knees to elbows the old one, and dude, my triceps were jacked
Yep.
from just elbowing.
Do you remember doing 50-50 and you dropped the empty bar from overhead onto your foot and broke it
My foot and broke. Yeah, and then I do double unders. I'm like,
on one foot?
and I'm
then
just hitting it the
a
whole
week
time.
later, we did the 7s, and this jackass does 135 throw. He won't not do it, which I get, but he's doing
Which normally I
135
would not
thrusters
do
with
it.
like one leg, you know?
I was doing a pistol thruster.
Back then, Darren was all in. Now he's
I
like,
was.
I'm
I
good.
I was all in like for the pain.
Oh, the
I'm
filthy
good.
50. I
He was
used
trying to
the
do.
workout all
He
the
was trying to
time.
do the 1 foot like Roman Krenikov
Yeah.
games workout before Roman did it.
Yep.
For Roman.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah,
do it
that's
for
where I
any.
got it from.
You
They
didn't
were
do
not
it for
gonna
any
stop me.
prize. Yeah,
That's
you were
right.
just doing it for free.
I was doing it for
I don't
free.
even remember what filthy 50
Probably
is.
you
I know
incurred
there's-
more cost.
Rich was my Adler. I was chasing him. Like I'm not gonna let him get me.
The 7s.
The 7s.
I
yeah.
do remember the filthy 50 is like hard, but then you get to towards the end,
It's all 50 burpees.
and then you have
All
50 double unders to
burpees.
finish. It's all. It's
Yeah,
like
kettlebell swings at 35
35
pounds.
pounds.
Back
Walking
hip,
lunges.
Jumping.
hip extensions.
Jumping pull-ups.
yeah,
jumping
pull-ups.
is the start. Yeah.
I
Is
don't know.
it
Did
push
we,
press? Is it
Yeah,
push
yep,
press?
yep.
did we talk about Johnson on the last one? Falling out of the...
Oh my god.
So
dude.
they were doing... Was it 50-50 or were you
It
guys
was
doing
fil-
another
it,
workout with hip
No,
extensions?
it was 50-50.
Back when you used to put hip extensions in a Metcon because that's what
Yeah.
you do?
Hey, Ben and I did one with hip extensions.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're
They're awful.
bad.
They're
They're really bad. But Johnson goes to jump into the... This was a weird,
hero
different GHD.
Yeah.
But he went to jump in to put his feet in. He was racing Darren, and he didn't hook his feet in and went down. Busted.
And like and like the
I mean-
crossbar at the bottom that keeps it from like tipping, it sat just weird because Rogue has them way out
Yeah.
here. This one had one right across.
So
And
the
it-
feet,
it's-
the foot pegs came out.
No,
He didn't ever put his
so-
feet in it.
So
He put it
yeah,
on-
so like,
he's-
no,
he's-
no,
it was on
underneath.
top.
Special.
So like so he just tried to put him under instead of sliding in, so he could just get a quick hook. But when he went down, his momentum pulled him right out
he
of it.
smoked it
And
and
dude,
came up,
he is-
and we had to go get him stitches.
And he's like 230, like he's a jacked dude. I mean, a big guy.
He was probably 215.
That's
Like
220
no,
back
but
then,
I'm like a
yeah.
solid human being and all that.
I mean,
and he's a guy who
straight across his forehead.
That's like not strapping into the rower, except way worse.
way worse.
I'll save a few seconds here.
Yeah.
Dude, like, and he was one of the people too. Like, he was free. Like, he had a 245 shoulder press and stuff like that. But I remember like when we taught him how to do handstand push-ups. Like, all right, Johnson, very simple. You just kick up. Dude, he
Ruined
runs
our wall.
and just runs into it, and like puts his head down and dents it. And like Rich and I are like not even.
Is it
running.
drywall?
No,
Metal.
it was metal.
Oh,
It was,
okay.
sheet
yeah.
metal.
Yeah, but still, it's like, this was, they were gifting us this space, to let us
He's tagged
work
on
out
the
there, and he
wall.
just smokes it. He just, what'd I do?
Right.
And then we convinced him the clapping handstand
Clapping
push-up.
handstand
He fell on
push-up.
his neck, and we're like, yeah, it's possible. He can do it.
Same guy had a Jeep
Yeah.
that every once in a while you'd have to tap the front headlight, and they were glass. You just had to tap it because there was like a loose connection. So I'm like, hey, tap that headlight. So he goes to do it and punches through it.
Oh.
And then as he comes out, slits his wrist. So I have to take him to the hospital. And he the whole time he's like, I'm cold. I'm like, the thing doesn't have a roof on. Like there's no, I don't have the
It's
top
also
on the.
40 degrees out. I was like, I feel cold.
Yeah, me too.
Thought he was dying.
Should wear these extra gloves.
Rich, I'm feeling cold. We're gonna make it. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna
Keep
make
me
it.
awake.
Yeah. You never met Johnson, did you? That was pre
You may have
may have
just
once
seen
or
him.
twice.
We had this like real, like the core of the originals were like Will Enix, Donovan.
Yep.
Remember Donovan quit and came back like 4 times, and every time we did Linda,
Every
he thought
time
he was going to smash us.
Get wrapped up.
Then we had Johnson and Kurt,
Yep.
and then that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
right?
that's
And then
pretty
the
much.
Phillips.
And then like
Phillips.
Jared. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
It was.
I'm cold, Rich. I'm cold.
I'm cold.
Rich, I'm so cold.
Yeah, we was more like a frat house in those days. We didn't make any money, but we got really fit.
Dude, and it was like, that's what, like, you know, everybody talks about the good old days, but it's like, that's when you did workouts and you were so naive to everything. You had
Yeah.
no
So-
idea what the outcome was going to
Yeah.
be. You didn't know the combination
Balls
of
to
how,
the
How
wall.
bad it was going to hurt.
You didn't know how movements, you couldn't even calculate it. Like, you
No.
couldn't be like, oh, I know this takes me X amount of time, and I know this. It's like,
Wild
dude,
West.
you did it, and it was like, oh my gosh.
You just
like,
get after it.
Yeah, you did. And
Well,
it
I
was.
joke too every time. I'm like, back then when you wanted to do extra cardio and you got tired of using the rower, you did more air squats, more burpees, more barbell. There was no
Yeah.
ski erg. There was no, we
yeah.
maybe had an air
There was
dyne.
no bike erg.
No bike
There was
erg.
no bike erg for like the recovery zone 2 days.
Yeah,
No.
we didn't have
You know,
those.
you didn't have a recovery
Every day
zone
was
too.
you were just
Yeah,
smashed.
Yeah,
Well, we
you're-
went through like an 8-month period too, where we never wore shoes when we worked out.
never
No
wore
shoes.
shoes.
Running down the pavement.
Oh my
Winter.
gosh, dude, yeah.
No shoes.
You did
this
that.
no grips era
It was
too?
400-meter overhead walking lunge and was snowing out. You had, I would say, like Rich is out there and stuff. It's snow. It was Thanksgiving. I want to
Maybe.
say it was
Yeah,
like
I don't even
Thanksgiving
know.
or something like that. You didn't have a shirt on, shorts, had a 45-pound plate overhead just on the asphalt, just lunging down the road.
Idiots. You remember
Yeah.
right before regionals back then, I was doing tire flip and box jump on that cinder block wall.
Dude, just shave.
Like there was
Oh, I've done
hair.
it.
Oh,
I've done it.
Dude.
oh.
I had shin
We need to
splints
go
for-
back and like measure that. See like how high
Yeah.
that was. 'Cause that was actually it was a high jump. Because because it was a loading dock.
It was probably 36
whatever
to
that-
40
oh,
inches,
man,
something
you
like
smoked
that.
your
I
shit.
mean,
Dude, he hit and you just see
you
the
could see the
scrape.
skin and
I did it on my friend's retaining wall at his house. It was a rock retaining wall and just smoked my shins. He's on the phone like with his girlfriend or something. And I'm
Judas.
I'm freaking out. It bled for, days. It just would trickle of blood. You couldn't stop it.
Yeah. I say you touch a barbell, it's
Yeah.
like it just rips it wide open.
I
Tuning
hit my
fork to your
shin.
shin.
We were at Cane Creek and we were mountain biking. I just had my flats where they have like little screws that stick out of it.
Dude, don't wear flats.
And I got clip-ins the next day, and I was in too low of a gear. Yeah, because I was going uphill, and then it flattened out. I was in too low of a gear for the flat, and I pushed with one foot, pedal slipped
spun.
off, boom, and it didn't hurt at all. But I knew that thing had just literally penetrated me. And I looked down, and Sam's like, "What happened?"
Just
I
saw
said,
the indent.
"I'm fine, but I'm gonna be bloody here in a second." And it started to hurt
It's the
after
worst, dude. Makes you sick to your
that.
stomach.
Oh yeah.
I hate
I could
that.
just feel like this cold liquid going down my shin. I knew I was bleeding.
Did you flip the tire from the old gym to the new one?
Yeah, weren't you there for that?
No, I want to say that was like one of the weekends I
we
was
got in
gone.
trouble. We got the cops.
Yeah, the
stopped us.
cops called. Where
What?
was I working? Maybe
You
that's
were
when I was
working
kind of
Abra,
working at
maybe,
Abra.
or landscape.
Yeah.
You flipped the tire from Shag Rag to Chocolate Drive?
Yeah, but it was like,
reverse. Yeah, from Chocolate
Oh,
Drive to
Chocolate
Shag
Drive,
Rag.
Shag Rag.
yeah. I would say
Probably like
I want to say it was like you and Johnson.
Half a
and Jared.
mile?
I would say,
Maybe
maybe
a
half
mile?
Yeah.
but it was the end. It was like because that
was
that
conga line.
tire is nasty too.
It's still
Conga
here.
line.
That's the
right,
tire?
yeah.
That's the same
Yeah.
tire?
Yeah.
Has
Oh,
the
wow.
hole has
Holy
the big old
shit.
hole in it. Yeah,
That would suck. That tire is
Yeah.
really hard to flip.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
If you get it right, it's not. It's but when
Nothing
you're-
makes
when you
my
get sweaty,
forearms. Oh yeah,
When you get
nothing makes
sweaty,
my
you're done.
forearms more tired than flipping that tire because you have to grip
You have
it
to
like.
grip
and
it
you have to
Your
hold,
hands-
the
your-
tread. Yeah,
your-
you got to squeeze the tread.
What's funny about that tire? We've had that tire for 15 years now.
Yeah.
That's the same brand, heavier tire that we had to flip at the games in 20.
Oh really?
16 or 15. 15?
It's a team.
Yeah.
2-person
Same galaxy.
It was just a little bit
I think
bigger.
it's a
Yeah.
Michelin Galaxy. Same exact tire. It was bizarre.
That's crazy.
It was
That is
cool.
actually pretty
That's
crazy.
That's
cool.
pretty lucky.
Yeah.
We used to
'Cause
flip
it was
that up your
3-person,
dad's.
sorry, it
We
was
used to flip that up
two
your
guys.
dad's
It was
hill.
two
Two guys
and
and a
one
girl,
or
2 girls
yeah.
and 1 guy, and
Yeah.
rope climbs.
Legless. It was the only reason we won that games that year is because Lauren could legless rope climb. She
That's cool.
smashed it. Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that one too.
That is a cool workout. I
Yeah.
remember that being really cool because they couldn't figure out how to use a pig for you guys.
Yeah.
Because it couldn't get heavy enough probably.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, the
There
way
was
they
something like
programmed
that,
it,
but
anyways.
yeah, it was something like that too.
'Cause
A
they
way of
used the
keeping it in
pig.
lane.
Yeah, they used the pig for the individuals, but they were like, well, it's 6 people.
yeah.
How do you do that?
How'd they use a pig in 22?
Alternate flips.
Alternative flips.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Which
you're-
you
that's
can't
right.
really. I mean,
That's
maybe
what
it would have
should
been
be.
fine.
That's what it should be.
It should have been that way for you
But
guys.
6 was an atrocious way
Yeah.
to program. It was
Yeah,
such
it
a
was.
bad-
It was.
so hard.
There were some. I mean, obviously the longer endurance ones, it was like those were the ones that made sense for 6 people because you could
Yeah.
just send them off and everybody's moving. But
I hate single modality stuff for teams though.
Yeah.
yeah,
I looked at one of the old events that I want to do a classic workout with like 150 worm squats that we usually try to hit before the games. It was run 600, 25 worm squats, run 600, 50 worm squats. I think it was a berm run maybe.
That was 2015.
yeah.
run.
Yeah.
That was the one
75.
where we would just James would be like, Lauren, we're gonna do 5
Lauren,
more. We're
yeah.
gonna put it down.
You do 5.
We're gonna do 5 more. And we're gonna put it down. We're gonna do 5 more and put it down. We never put it
That
down.
was the 100, then the 100 push press, then the
no,
100.
that was
No,
that was
the
Murph.
Okay,
7
okay, okay.
Do you remember
16
when we
Murph.
did that summer? Every Monday we would load up the bar to like 225 and do 10 reps in like conga line, 235 or 2. I think it was 235,
What?
240 back squat,
Yeah.
245, 255, 265,
Yes,
275,
I did
285,
this.
90,
yes.
all the way up.
Yeah.
All the way up.
How many reps?
10 at each.
I
up to
stored that
315.
somewhere
Yeah, I was
deep.
gonna say.
Obviously, I didn't use the same
Pretty
weight.
sure
Oh
I had
my
tendonitis after all
gosh.
that, but
Yeah.
Oh.
So is that
but we could Murph. That's why we smashed Murph.
is it like 150 reps then?
It was 100 reps.
so
Oh,
and,
you did
bad.
10 sets.
basically we pushed the start weight
Yep.
up a little bit
Yeah.
each
You,
week.
you would do it each week. Each week
Oh
it would
my
build up, and I remember
gosh.
dreading it because you would
Dread
come
it
in
so
because
much.
then I would say because then Monday would come
God.
around. You're like, do I just get it over with now? Like, do I just get it done rather than wait
It
throughout
was
the
one
week?
of those old stupid.
Oh my
stupid
gosh,
ones.
it was so bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said that. I had that stored somewhere
Yeah.
deep in my
I need
brain.
to bring that up to Hobart. Me and Hobart will reminisce
my
every once in a while
goodness.
about
I
the
still,
dumb things.
I do. I still like when I came walking in. I came into your old house with Jared, and you and Thomas Cox were doing 5x20 back squat at a 225 back and forth. So you guys were just doing 20 reps, just back and forth for 5 sets.
You know what's funny?
And as soon as you got done, the next person had to go. There was no and it's
rest.
and it's Thomas and Rich. They're
two
so
good
it's like they're
squatters.
down
Yeah.
up, and then he goes, "You guys do it." Well, my max is like 275. It's like you want
can't.
me to do this. And I think I did it 3 sets. Like I gutted out 3 sets.
Yeah, and you're doing a 20 rep max.
20 rep max. Like my CNS was gone.
That's funny because I yesterday.
Yeah, you said that,
I
I
did
know.
185 for 5 sets of 20 on 3 minutes just to like do some
That's still nasty.
moderate
Like,
weight
it does-
just for my legs right now because
That's
I'm
so bad.
just biking so much. It was awful.
Awful.
We,
That's terrible. It
we
is.
did-
Like
We've been doing belt squats, just classic belt squats. Like we'll build it to something heavy-ish on it, and then we're doing like volume belt squats for the worm. And I was at work and didn't have a belt squat, so instead I just loaded up a barbell, 100 pounds, did 100 reps per time with 100 pounds on my
Yeah, you
back.
did.
It was so bad. My back was killing me, just from down and up, down and up. And it's like it never gets too hard. The hardest part is my arms are numb.
Yeah.
So I'm like widening my arms out. My back is cramping up. My legs hurt, but my back is cramping up so bad.
I remember it was like the first time where I felt true soreness like in my legs. Like couldn't walk. I want to say for like a week, and it was at Averett. It was just a random 10-minute AMRAP or something like that, or no, sorry, AMRAP, or was it 5 rounds of 10 hang power cleans and then a 25-foot front rack walking lunge at 135 pounds. Like I remember like you did it and you're like, wow, that was a good workout. I'm like, oh, sweet, dude. I mean, I was like, I want to try it.
I like
I remember
hang
I
cleans.
couldn't walk for a week. Like I couldn't even sit because my butt was so
You
tight.
got to lunge
Yeah.
once a week or else it goes.
have
Yeah,
to.
exactly. It was the very first time, and of course, 135 pounds, which you shouldn't touch
yeah.
for your first time at all. And I remember like he was walking on like pins and needles, and I was just barely like moving.
I think I think I said it on here, but that one that I did a couple weeks ago was just 10-to-1, back squat at 225, dumbbell bench with 75s. Finished it. And I was like, oh, I felt pretty good. I'm going to do some front foot elevated step back lunges and glute ham raises for accessory. So I did 15, rest 30 on the left, 15 all left, rest 30, 15 all right, rest 30, 15 glute ham raise, and 90 seconds rest between rounds. They're like 3 rounds. That night I was sore, and then I couldn't do anything. Like riding the mountain bike, I couldn't grip the seat to like go downhill down here. And anytime the seat for a week,
just with like to the touch,
so bad.
The time we did last year, it was 4 sets of Tabata. It was Tabata belt squats, rest 4 minutes. Tabata sandbag squats, rest 4 minutes. Tabata belt squat, rest 4 minutes. Tabata sandbag squat.
Oh yeah, we messed up.
I was sore for 7 days.
That was bad.
7 days.
That was a bad idea.
There was one.
That's gonna be a mayhem hunt.
There was a
one.
cool one. I don't know why that I was thinking about the other day, but I was trying to like think of old workouts I either did or I watched you do. And there was one that I'll never forget that you programmed and you made Nick do it with you. This was when but like to the credit back then, like this was a perfect workout for like both you guys. But it was 3 rounds back and forth. So Rich did 3 rounds. It was 21 cal assault bike at the time, and then it was 7 squat cleans at 225. You did 3 rounds, and then and like Nick did 3 rounds, and then it went up, and then it went 21 cals again, but then it went 5 squat cleans at like 245 for 3 rounds back and forth. And then the last one, it was like 275.
For 3, probably?
Yeah, for 3. And I remember just watching, I mean, Nick, again, at that point, though, he was super.
He always could clean really well.
But he was just getting buried. Like, I remember, like, his butt was almost.
But he'll just dive under anything.
He will. He dive under, and, like, you know, Rich, obviously, he's catching and standing. But I remember afterwards, dude, you guys just went outside and just stood there. And I was like, dude, that, I mean, but, like, those were workouts, like, you looked at back then, like, dude, those are badass, like, workouts.
It reminds me of the one we revisited like last summer that me and Dre did, or 2 summers ago when Sam was here. It was like 15 cals, 5 squat cleans at 225, 15 cals.
I remember that.
5 at 2 or 4 at 2. Was it all 5 or was it?
Yes, it was 5, I think it was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the last one is 1 at 305.
Yeah, that was. We did 3 sets of
3 sets of it.
I remember me and Dre.
That's
trying to
a cool. I was
just
say,
trying to bury Dre.
You did that in 22.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a. I mean, like, but that's a workout. It's who's gonna break.
Yeah. Lazar tried to do it at like 340, and it took him 45 minutes. Where the point of the workout was some intensity with whatever.
Yeah,
he was like, no, I need to get heavier.
Yeah.
I remember that. Me and Luke did that with you guys.
Yeah, that workout.
And of course, he buried me.
Ben and I did one yesterday. You might like. It was 1 up to 10 dumbbell bench with 90s and deadlift with 405.
405?
Yeah.
1 up to 10?
Yeah.
Dude,
tomorrow.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Dude, no.
That's crazy.
Did you do how many touching? At what point did you stop doing touch and go?
I went unbroken through the 9s, and then I did 8-2 on the bench. I tried to go unbroken. I failed on 9, and then I went a planned 6-4 on 10.
Wait.
Deadlift?
Yeah.
Wait, so the deadlifts went up too. It wasn't one deadlift every time.
No, 1 up to 10.
He can do. This guy can deadlift.
I'm gonna try that tomorrow.
Yeah,
he said he buried Ben.
9. I thought I was gonna break on the 9 on deadlifts. I got a wild hair and went unbroken.
Did Ben end up?
It was a trap. It was
squat
bad.
cleaning 400.
Has he squat clean 400?
He's back to his. He wants to do fitness again, right?
He did 380, right?
Yeah. Well, the weightlifting meet didn't really work out.
It fell through.
Oh, it fell through.
And
because he wouldn't. Yeah, he snatched 290. He cleaned 380 or 385.
Yeah.
Judas, man.
Yeah. But now we're getting
to have knees.
We're getting fit again. Well,
we're getting fit again.
Fit.
He's getting fit 405 dead. You know, for that many reps.
We ran 5 miles after for weight management.
For weight.
This morning we did
weight management.
We did that with that axe bar introduction to the 4-person deadlift. We just did.
How did it work once you rolled it? If you had it the right way.
I actually didn't feel the curve at all.
Oh, really?
It was fine.
Oh, because it's still bent, right?
Yeah, it is bent. Is it from you guys dropping it, maybe?
Maybe, or somebody tried to clean it.
Yeah.
We were joking about that.
Huh?
We were joking, like, I wonder if we could snatch the empty bar.
I think somebody tried to do doubles, clean and jerk, and dropped it.
Yeah.
And it bent.
Well, we guided it. We guided it. You should really think about guiding that bar down.
Yeah, you should really think about guiding that bar down.
That's Ben's quote. We did partner deadlifts last year, and he goes, "You guys should really think about guiding that bar down." And he wouldn't stop
because they're gonna drop it on their toe.
He would not
Oh, yeah,
stop
the last
saying.
person.
Like a
on
broken record, man.
I go, Ben, okay. So we guided the bar down. 10-8-6-4-2 deadlifts with 890, which is heavy, but it wasn't too bad. It's not many reps. And then in between each set, 100-foot handstand walk. And the goal is to do the 100 foots unbroken. We set up 100 foot on the
Classic
turf.
posterior spine record,
Classic.
man.
Deadlift, handstand walk.
Yeah.
Happened at the games. I won't throw anybody's name under the bus, but that's one of, like, I just remember them sitting in the cold tub and the camera on them. Because if you were in the outsides, you got buried. If you were in the middle, you were good to go.
Yep. Yeah, the girls are same. It was still the same. Like Dom was
But
like,
you guided the bar, or you did guide the bar down, though, right?
we guide the bar down. We were
What?
guiding it down. Yeah, the girls are in the middle and not doing shit. And me and Sam I'm pulling 400 pounds. He's pulling 400 pounds, and they got 100 between
This
the two of
isn't
them.
so hard.
Yeah.
Come on. They're the
I
ones
think-
yelling.
I think they did some fine. There was one time where I saw Zoe adjust her hands, and I'm like, I didn't feel any weight difference. I was like, what the hell?
As you guys are deadlifting,
Yeah.
she's just adjusting.
We pull it. We're at the
I don't want to
hang,
get
and
uneven.
Yeah, she's at the top.
we get at the top, and she like adjusts her hands. I'm like, what the hell?
She's like,
the
ooh.
weight didn't change
Yeah.
at all.
She's like, whew, my hands.
I'm tired.
Yeah, just-
Shake them out.
It's
All
like
right.
it's like the worm push press. We'll go back and see some of the really slow motion footage, and sometimes the girls, and not really the front one, but the back one. Sometimes you'll see them
Swing
doing
behind it.
but they're ducking under it, so you know that their arms are just barely
Yeah.
doing anything.
oh, dude, barely.
Zoe the other day.
There's
we were-
an art to it, though. There really
yeah.
is. Like, I mean, once you figure out the worm and,
Yeah.
like, push press is a
It
prime
gets so much
example,
easier.
it is just literally how hard you're willing to make your neck or your traps hurt.
The girls hate the push press. I'm serious. I think I could do 300
Oh,
unbroken.
1,500.
They're not that hard.
No.
They're not hard.
Well,
Maybe
maybe
my heart rate
your
would
heart
get too
rate.
high.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
your
was
heart
going
rate.
to say your heart rate's
And your
checked up.
calves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like jumping around.
Maybe that means the girls on this team are actually helping you.
Yeah, probably. Zoe says it's like one of the hardest worm movements.
A push press?
A push
By
press.
far the easiest.
Yeah, by far. It's not even close. I think she said that worm squats are the easiest, or clean and jerk maybe.
The hang clean
Worm
was a
deadlift is
different
the
one.
hardest one.
Yeah, the worm deadlift.
So dumb.
Yeah, if you want to break your back,
Yeah.
tear your hamstring.
Hey, I've got another good workout. This one's more for Mayhem Hunt, but Ben and I did this one too.
Okay.
I don't know why we did the bike erg, because it's kind of irrelevant in the grand scheme, but it was a 1,000-meter bike erg into 21:15.9 box jump over 42 inches, and then a 200-pound sandbag over that box, and then a 1,000-meter bike erg at the end.
21:15.9.
Oh yeah.
42-inch box jump over and 200-pound sandbag over box.
Watkins
Box
did one
jump.
very
Like
similar to that.
hands on the box, or
No.
No, nobody in Mayhem Hunt needs to be doing 42
No,
inch box.
it would be a scaled down. It'd be a different version.
You could do burpee box get overs for that, maybe.
Yeah, something like
42-inch
that.
burpee box jump over.
He
Yeah, people
programmed
having a gun on their back, jumping on these things.
He
You gotta get
programmed-
ready.
he
Jump over and shoot an arrow.
Yeah.
Angelo had one with 80 burpee box get overs like 2 days ago. It was terrible.
He did the workout. That was his workout.
Well, either way, it
Which
was
one
in
was it?
that
it
was
was
so
like
hard.
40 cal ski,
Yeah.
20 burpee box, 40 sandbag
That
squats.
one broke Dave Curtis.
You guys rode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I did ski is because we were rowing the next day.
And I
But
thought
broke
my
Dave Curtis.
adductors and hamstrings
that's
were
what
going
they
to
texted. They
rip
said,
off
who
the
programmed
What
back
did-
squats
which
after that?
Squat?
70-pound sandbag.
Yeah.
But I had to use a jerry can because the team class
Oh.
was using sandbags, and Ben snuck the last 70-pounder. So I had to use a jerry bag.
Dude,
Oh,
that's
dude.
another.
The ironic
pretty
thing is I was
universal, isn't it?
anti.
Pretty ironic.
I will
Yeah.
actually say that
Define irony.
dude,
Yeah.
that's another movement.
It worked
A
great.
sandbag squat.
Sucks.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Like, I mean, like, worm squats suck, but, like, when you get it sitting right and you can just find that sweet spot, sure. But, dude,
Okay.
after watching, was it last year or was it 2 years ago? Was
Last
it
year.
30-20? The
It was
Cal
last
ski
year,
and
the
sandbag
ski.
squat? With a 200-pound bag?
So
200-pound
bad.
bag sitting on my shoulder would crush me.
That
did it-
ended
we
some
did it on
people's games
Monday.
pretty much.
What?
That ended some people. They were
Yeah.
so messed up from it.
That'd
They
be,
couldn't work out the
that'd be
next day.
terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Colton, crushed it, but still, it's like, dude, that thing's got to sit across your shoulders.
It's
Hey,
so bad.
Speaking of Colton, I have a CrossFit topic that I'm interested on your takes. So
Love to hear it.
there was 3 guys that popped in Asia, right? For
the same thing.
for
the
steroids.
GW or
but
whatever.
they backfilled to 5th place in Asia.
Okay.
Do you think that they should backfill to 5th place in Asia, or should they somehow have a strength of field to find the next fittest person from a different?
I mean,
From a spectator
No.
standpoint, I would love to see the strength of field.
Yeah.
But
But
But you have
where, yeah,
you
I
have
would
to have a
say,
representative
Yeah.
from, or else what was the point in even doing it?
exactly.
Yeah.
I
to.
mean,
Well, they
as
already
much
have
as-
one person. This is their
I know,
second.
but what I'm saying,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
point in,
Yeah, I 100% agree. From like what I would love to see is them,
Yeah.
yes, take in the number consideration of strength of field. That's what like kind of what we talked about earlier. I love when they made the Central East the top 5 because I mean you'd see those top 5 were
Yeah.
top 10
They
at
gave
the
him 2
games.
champion spots, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise you'd probably see someone like Seth, Colton, Oldest. I don't know how it would work out, but one of those type of guys would backfill in.
Yeah, it's just hard to compare like the apples to oranges almost because the run event and because of the different weekends.
Yeah, that's the
it's
trouble.
just hard
But
to-
you know all those guys are fitter than the
Yeah,
fifth
you
guy
know, but
in.
you don't know who's the fittest of the 3 of them.
Right.
That's the problem.
I know, and I don't know if they ever would get into like a pre or what however they would call it, like a last chance qualifier, kind of like they did the one time where they take
I
the
didn't hate
ones
that
who were
actually,
there.
I didn't
like the
hate
ones
it.
The
that
two
made it
spot last
virtual.
chance.
I
Yeah.
don't understand why they got rid of it. Like,
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
either.
I would say, I mean, because like the concept is cool because you're literally putting again some athletes
Guys
that
who
are
are
top
really
20
close, yeah.
that are pretty much or like could be.
And like Corone made it the other year out of that, and I mean, I guess Roman did.
Tyler almost made it.
Tyler almost made it both.
You weren't even
times.
close.
You
but-
weren't even close.
No,
you
not
weren't
even close.
is that when you're back?
Oh my gosh, yeah, my back was shot because I remember I bulged a disc trying to try to keep up with Tyler, and I couldn't squat clean 245 the next day because my back hurt so bad. I wasn't gonna, but like, I wasn't appalled that I didn't make it through an online qualifier.
Yeah.
When have I ever done good on an online qualifier ever in my life?
Touche.
teens.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I'm
that
not
was when he
good at
peaked.
online.
Apples
yeah,
to oranges.
Yeah,
at
we
that.
had a question, Angela. Why did you peak in high school? Basically,
because
I
why
said
did-
I plateaued. Did not peak. I
you didn't
plateaued. At
plateau
least.
even. You just
Man, but I will say though too, I mean, there are kids that advance rapidly,
Yeah.
too fast, and you were one of those kids because I'll never forget the open workout, overhead squat, and chest
65
bar.
pounds.
No. That year
Oh,
you
I
did
did
the
95,
RX.
yeah, 'cause I
you
had
did
to.
the RX division because you
Yeah.
had to at 14, I think.
Yeah.
And you almost beat me, and I was
but
pissed.
you suck at overhead squats.
I do not suck at 95-pound overhead squats. 115 up, yes. That's where that's
Do you
where
remember at regionals?
that's where things
when you were
get
getting no
shaky.
rep, and so I just
yeah,
started
you
kicking
started
his
kicking
ass.
you started kicking
Because she
my
was like
butt.
saying he wasn't opening up,
And-
even though
and-
I mean,
and literally like a 5-year-old, they go stop, and he's like, Rich is behind me like,
was the
because like
same-
Rich already pre-qualified.
Yeah, that was
so
the year I
yeah,
got
he
to
didn't
help
have to
the
do
team.
anything, so he could dick around the whole
Stop.
time. And I'm actually there like trying to get fit and like trying to win, and Rich is like, hey, open your hips up.
it was
Jack.
like 200 double unders to start, and I did 250 because the lady
Yeah,
couldn't count.
and you were looking at her.
I looked at
You
her,
were
and she was
looking at
going
her.
150.
Yeah, and her eyes
150,
looked
like
so
she was
worried.
terrified.
I couldn't.
And I
keep
was just,
track.
I finished and just set the rope down. I'm not
She's
even
like,
gonna.
sorry. But yeah, I know. I remember that. I think I feel like I still have the feel like on my back pocket.
Pushing him. I'm just pushing him.
I was like, stop doing that. And then the lady was like happy. She's like, good rep. She
Perfect.
Like, wow, genius.
Oh, I don't think there's probably no footage of that anywhere.
No,
wish there
I
was.
because I think I tried to go back and find like some of those because when I started looking at those workouts, like like I said, the squat, clean, rope climb, I started, and there's very little coverage, and that brings me to the next. Who was the CrossFit media guy back then? He looked like Travis Badgen, but a much less fit and.
Tony Buddy?
No. He had like a scraggly beard, short hair, bigger guy. Like he was super goofy, tall. Man.
I can't put a face
Rory?
to it at all.
No,
is it Rory?
Rory. That
Was when I did King Kong at semifinals.
Yeah,
because
after.
because
you
I
have to
only
work
had to
out.
do one event.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the next day I had to do Amanda, and I think Lauren couldn't finish it. And so
Oh,
I
so
knew
you
I
didn't
was
do
only
it.
going to do 9 snatches
Oh.
and 9 muscle ups. So
You did King Kong. I have seen that video. You doing King Kong. I didn't know
at
that.
semifinals.
I didn't know
yeah.
that. Was it? It was probably new. Like King Kong was new then.
No,
right? Or
that was Everett. That was like probably the first time I could do it RX, I
Ah.
think. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Is
Yeah,
it?
because you did it off in the corner.
We tried it on other
and,
Two
uh,
25s, 250 squat cleans,
255 squat cleans,
445
deadlift. It's not a hard workout. If you
No,
can do
not
the
now. It
lifts.
isn't.
No. We did a 20-minute AMRAP of it.
Yeah, and it's all about the lift. You
yeah,
remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
all-
do.
Is it
I do.
one ring muscle up?
It's one deadlift,
1 deadlift, 2 ring muscle ups.
2 ring muscle ups, 3 cleans, and then 4
parallel handstand push-ups. Yeah, 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
It's gonna drive me nuts if I can't figure out who.
What was
who
that
this
workout
guy
I said I
is,
wanted to do,
but-
Scott?
Which one?
We talked about me
This guy
doing
was such a-
Godzilla.
Oh,
Like 1
Oh,
deadlift at
wow.
500.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Ben though that said he could do
he could do.
Was it
He thought he
pistols?
could do
30-second rounds or something crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe it was 1 minute.
Rich, man.
No,
this
it was
is,
30
this is
second.
when you overhead squatted 315 for
Yeah.
3? Or was
I
that
think he did
it?
it for 1.
For
the
one,
APC?
maybe it was the max.
Because you
It was 2013.
Oh yeah, we need to
Because they
clean
can
it
count
up
1 or 2 or 3. You didn't have to do all 3 reps.
Yeah, and I think I just had already won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did 305.
No.
You did 315?
Nate Schrader.
Schrader?
That was another big.
Yeah.
We
he
talked
was-
about
we talked
this
about him yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say he was
A little
another.
Depends on
he
which
was another-
podcast shows up, but
He was another like big
Yeah,
guy. You know,
big
he's
guy.
super strong, tall.
McGoldrick.
I know he's a Green Beret. Is
Yeah,
that what he said?
yep,
Green
yep.
I
Beret?
think so.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was.
Old
Yeah, he's
days.
a big old guy.
Yeah, because I remember seeing. Oh, it wasn't Bill. Man, I'm sorry. That's that.
I can't
figure
think.
it
I
out.
can't. Yeah, I don't know.
You
who
would
you're talking about.
know exactly who I'm talking about
For
because
sure.
his face is unforgivable. Unforgivable.
Unforgivable.
Unforgivable.
Chicken sandwich and some
Unforgivable.
waffle fries.
Yeah.
That video's gone. You can't find it anywhere.
You can find.
Oh, yeah, I'm
it.
sure you
you
could.
would
I
have
just
to.
don't have enough time to
You
find
just
it.
gotta dig.
Dark
You
web.
just gotta dig. Yeah,
Dark web?
Dark web. it.
I've never been on the dark web.
That was
I don't
my
even know how
very
to get
first
there.
I don't
ever
either.
YouTube video.
I bet Ben does.
I'm
I
sure
bet Ben
he
could
does.
get us on the dark web.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think I want to get on the
Ben
dark
lives
web.
on the
though.
dark web.
Yeah.
Ben lives in light on the dark web. That guy can find some weird stuff.
Hey, speaking of blast from the past, you haven't posted yet, or Dan hasn't posted yet. You guys are competing together.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he
what's
kind of
that?
he teased
Yeah.
it. Fresh Coast going after Darren's crown.
And that we haven't won yet. We've taken.
I told
Dan on your
So
team?
it
I cannot
wasn't.
win
It
anything.
wasn't collusion. It wasn't anything. Swift was supposed to be our partner. It was me, Swift, and J Webb. We were going to try to get to the podium this year because we
Yeah.
got 4th last year. And
Swift was like, Rich, I'm ready, Rich. Just didn't text back.
And
Just
so
ghosted.
no, Swift
No, I know.
got caught up at work, and so I text Scott.
you
I'm
could have
like,
gotten someone even younger than Dan.
Yeah,
Well, they didn't agree. Like none of them said they could, but
yeah. Dan was on the list.
he's 40, right?
I kind of put
Yeah.
some.
And
I
you
put
coulda gotten a
some
30
feelers
years.
out there, and it was between Dan, Chase, Hill, and
Tyler.
Tyler. I tried Tyler.
Dre was taken.
Yeah. So
You have to have a certain age, right?
your age
They
has
had
to
to
add up
be-
to 110.
Yeah.
You needed
which
someone
we're
that
over
was
110.
30.
I needed somebody who was 29 or 30.
Yeah.
Gosh, man.
So Jorge was his backup after Dan if Dan couldn't do it. So
Yeah, I
a
told
nice
Jay.
little local comp.
Yeah.
I just want to sit on
Douchebags.
top of that podium.
I told J Webb on Sunday. I was like,
That poor guy.
all Dan doing it though, all he's doing right now is lifting. He's trying to get that total.
Yeah, but
he's still fit. I mean, yeah.
you still flip that switch, man. Especially at a
good.
local comp.
I told J Webb, I said, if you guys don't win, everyone's gonna look at Rich, look at Dan, and be like, who in the hell is the third guy on that team?
Oh, yeah.
To not make them
A
win.
lot of pressure now.
And he's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I
J
don't
Webb
wanna
hasn't
go.
slept in a week.
He's as fit as he'll ever be right now,
Oh
probably
yeah,
though.
he's
Yeah,
in
he
good
is.
shape
He
right now.
is.
He's got the
for
Masters
his,
games.
for what he does and like for his lifestyle and everything. He's a fit dude.
J Webb's a man.
oh, yeah.
But yeah,
I'd
be
be
at
so
Fresh Coast.
stressed.
Me and Uncle Dan.
And then what are our other teams that
Barnacle
are there?
Bailey.
Darren's got a team.
Aaron's got a team.
Yeah, I got a
Pat,
team.
Dre, Ben,
Pat,
Yeah, Ben's
Pat,
doing it.
Dre,
Pat, Dre,
and-
Ben. But they're all.
but
they're
they'll be in the elite or
they're in the
whatever
elites.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
But we can still our scores still go
Our
to
scores,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah,
technically
yeah. Your
beat-
scores are still factored.
Can you
into
technically
theirs.
beat them?
that. We could technically beat them.
I don't think you will.
I don't think we will, but we could.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could. Yeah, because like looking at the workouts, the first one, it's a toss up. It's like who can figure out a 500-meter life raft, swim.
Yeah.
Scott was telling me that Preston did like some beach
Beach
wrestling.
Oh
wrestling.
my gosh, dude!
Yeah,
Hey, and they're doing it again this year. We gotta get
Is
him
he
to do it.
Is he doing it?
That's we instantly.
He's got
sent it-
bigger lead in this time. Like he can actually. Like,
What was
He
the
cut-
deal last
he
year?
cut weight for a weight class. He had no idea what he was going to. He was in
That's
the
what he
sauna.
I showed up to the Airbnb and he's in one of those like little saunas and his
He was
head's out.
15 pounds underweight.
Yeah. He didn't
Here you
even
go,
need
Preston,
to cut
you can
weight.
gain some weight.
But he didn't know the weight class.
No, he didn't. So, I mean, to his credit, but still, it's like, dude, just relax. Just go out there and
15 pounds underweight.
He got second. And he got beat twice.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah. He was second out of
he was
4
1
guys.
and 3 and got second.
The lady up there goes, "Do you want a medal?" He goes, "Heck yeah, I do."
That was the best part of the whole day.
Oh, it
Dude,
was
that
so
was
good.
so
Every time
funny.
we'd finish an event, we'd be like, all right, where's
Yeah,
Preston?
we'd run over there. It was cool too, because like, yeah, I mean, you're on a beach setting, so it's like, it's a cool hangout. Everybody's chill, but it's like you get done, then it's like you go watch this, or you can go swim in the lake.
Yeah.
So it's like, there was a lot to do.
Preston was good at wrestling, right?
He was, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
he
thought.
was, and
He
it's
was like
like,
fifth at state.
yeah,
And
fifth.
the team
I'm
won
like
the-
fifth at state, but like Preston's one of those guys too. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but almost kind of like a Ben Davison. Like you look at Ben, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you look fit.
Unassuming.
But but then all of a sudden you watch him like work out and lift, you're like, holy shit, you're really
Yeah.
fit, or like, wow, you're really good. Preston was like that in wrestling. It's like, okay, you look, you
smart.
look like a good wrestler. No, he was a very good wrestler. But you show up to something like that, you get college wrestling. You get like one of the
Yeah.
guys was an MMA /
guys who are like still in it.
yeah,
like, doing
guys
it all the
who are
time.
still good, or guys who are
good
great,
right then. Yeah.
state
Oh, yeah.
champs or stuff like that.
You don't know
So-
who's showing up.
and it's sand. It's the most like unforgiving thing.
Yeah.
It's like playing on ice. You don't know like
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
yeah.
That's going to be the best part of Fresh Coast is watching Ben surprise people
It is. Yeah, it is.
because
It
they're
is.
not going to understand.
And wait, is there? Yeah, there's a snatch workout with a heavy snatch. So Ben will get
Oh,
up
is it a
there.
crush
And
it?
Ben, Dre, and Pat.
What
Yeah,
is
Ben.
the snatch workout?
it's very confusing.
It's really confusing.
one
but
person rowing.
One person's rowing at all times
Okay.
for 15 minutes.
All right.
Then during
can
that
swap
15
that guy
minutes
out,
at
but-
0, at 3, at 6, at 9, you have to do 15 synchro toes to bar. In that time, you have to do 25 snatches at 135, 20 at 165, 15 at 185, 10 at 205, and then 5 at 225.
So I don't understand. There are 2 scores
Yeah, it's
There's
2
two
events.
scores. It's
The
event
rowing
2 and
meters,
3.
and the time.
The time is event 2, and the rowing meters is event 3.
Not terrible, I guess.
No, I mean
It's
just
hard to watch and
Yeah.
know what the hell's going on, but it's still a cool.
yeah.
At least gets 3 people working.
It's have 3 people moving the whole time.
Are you gonna snatch 225?
I said I'm just gonna row the
I
whole
snatched
time.
it. Hey, I snatched it the other day.
He did.
2 of them.
And I was
You're gonna be
pissed.
fine.
Dan can snatch that still pretty
Yeah, I bet.
easily,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I would assume.
He can.
You can power him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All day,
You
right?
can power to 225.
Close. I didn't really even try the other day. I was
But
like,
I mean,
it was
those
a
are-
high squat for sure.
Dude, that's what that was the other one that I told him too. I go, you realize you did it is like 225 Isabel in like
Yeah.
sub 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it was 416.
crazy.
or 418
Unbelievable.
At Abra-
Like,
or
Powered
at-
like
at
22
Advocare
of
thing.
them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the stage.
That's what I'm saying. I go, that's unbelievable, and yet no one knows about it.
That's
like
unbelievable.
no one knows about that because it was so long. It was so,
So
long.
And
long
then
ago,
Dmitry
before the internet.
Klokov
before
would
the internet.
always like
Oh
But
yeah,
he
you
did
guys.
it after I beat, or after
Yeah.
I did squat snatch
Yes.
Isabel on purpose, all squat snatch.
yes.
And
And then you did it again and beat that time though
Yeah.
still
yeah, because then
That's still
because then
crazy.
you did Grace. You did 225 Grace,
at one of the Advocare events and then
Next
Isabel
which
one
was
did
like
Isabel.
3.5 minutes or something like that.
And you
which
and
is,
Hobart did double heavy Grace at 225. I remember
Sure,
that.
We've done a lot of dumb stuff.
Crazy.
I did do 100 clean and jerks at 225, but that took me a long time.
What?
That was when me and Hewitt do it.
Oh yeah, we did it too.
Yeah, we did 100.
It was like
Gosh,
me and Kalipa. It was like gut check, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was just
We
it,
used to
was-
do
it was
those
just
gut
something.
checks.
It was just
Bridges.
something.
I
Yeah,
did it. Yeah, I did it in my garage in the old.
I remember
garage.
my-
100 clean jerk 225.
it took me 20.
I think it took me less than 10 minutes, or right at 10 minutes.
100 clean jerk 225. You did in 10 minutes.
I want to say yeah.
Let
10
me
or-
say
10 or
my
12
time
minutes. Sorry,
first
sorry,
before
sorry.
you interrupt. Took me 20 something. Then he
Dude,
goes, it took me under
Even
10.
that, I don't know that I can do it in 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I go, man, it's like people don't understand. Like,
You did 100 muscle ups one time, too.
yeah, you did. I would
a
say
bet.
you've done
You
that
did
twice.
100 clean jerk 225 in 10 minutes.
I want to say it was like 12, but yeah,
Still,
yeah, it was
9 a
Think
minute.
about 10. I would say you're holding 10 a minute.
What year
Yeah.
was that?
probably 2015, 16, 17 ish.
This is circa like Big Traps, 202 pound. Rich Froning.
Yeah, post.
Creatine.
I couldn't do 50 clean jerks.
Ben is like
Yeah.
Rich's
I tried.
body. He knows
historian.
what. Yeah, he's like Rich's body historian, and he'll be like, yeah,
On the
like,
dark web.
in 2015, that's when he weighed 205. Whatever. He'll throw out some
I think the
stat.
most I ever got to was like 198, but I always say it was 200. But
He said
Yeah.
you were 205 one time.
That was
You think-
2015. I thought you were 205.
I might have snuck
You-
up
you
to
may
like
have creeped up to
203 and like
Probably
2013,
like
but
regionals, but like when
It
you
was
go into the
regionals, but
games, you
going
would
to
get
regionals, you
lighter.
had to do all
You'd
different
get
stuff.
lighter. Yeah.
I've never been more than that though. It's always
Well,
been
and like honestly, it's like we couldn't. I mean, like at that point, it was the dead heat of summer.
Yeah, you can't gain weight.
Yeah, and we're in your dad's
to hold
barn
on,
and stuff like
Yeah.
It's like you couldn't eat enough to even
Remember those
Keep
big
sustain-
Sir bars?
I forgot about those.
It's
I
so
just thought-
sick. So sick.
That
off
barn
those
had
things.
tart cherry juice and Big
Yeah.
Sur bars.
Yeah.
We joke
There's
about
still a
it too.
tart cherry juice in there.
No
So-
way.
Hey,
It's got to be solid.
So were you there like when we moved Rich out of his old house and it was back when you were signed like with BSN or
I
pre or
was there
something like
for
that.
some
But
of
you
these
had
times.
you had a giant tote of BSN that a rat chewed into and ate all of this creatine and protein packets.
There's a giant rat.
Dude, we were
Super
like,
rat.
where is this rat?
Splinter.
Like, dude, this
Ninja
thing,
Turtles. I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott knows now.
Winter.
see this thing chewed a hole, and like this thing had to get out of there because there was a bigger hole on the other side.
Chewed
This,
through,
like,
got big
yeah.
and chewed through
Got
again.
big, got its gain, and got out of that.
Can you
I don't
imagine
remember
if it
seeing
was
that. I was
beta?
there doing that though.
Beta.
Can you imagine a rat
yeah.
get into beta?
Hyper FX? Was that the beta alanine one? Because there was no explode, which
I know
was
explode. Yeah.
I don't think back then I used any of the.
no.
beta
I mean,
alanine
but
stuff.
but no,
Beta
but you
alanine
got
stuff, but-
you would get all the stuff.
Oh yeah,
from
we got
them.
all kind of stuff.
Yeah, Synth 6
Synth
was
6
the big
was the
thing.
protein.
Good protein. I
Yeah.
liked I liked it.
Amino X.
Amino
Amino
X
X
was
was
amino
I took
acids.
it every day. I
Yep.
took it every
that
day.
was
Oh,
so
aminos.
Amino acids.
I
gotta have
remember
those amino
everybody.
acids.
Gosh, dude.
I took I did it. I always took a scoop right before I was going to the gym. That was because I didn't even know anything about pre-workout.
That's when we just started mixing random
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
together.
I'll say-
Hobart would mix like orange with chocolate with
Yeah.
whatever. It was.
Oh yeah, because you had just
Disgusting.
on the
Everybody's
shelf, and it
shaker
was just
bottle
like,
was stained to
Yeah.
like some crazy color that
Yeah.
you'd never seen before.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
they
yeah.
breaked.
Remember you get the palette of the sports drinks?
Uh,
That was the best.
Oh,
OTGs.
Yes.
the OTGs.
OTGs.
That was
And
the
you
best.
And there's just bottles everywhere. In here. Nobody ever
Everywhere.
threw away their bottle.
Those phased out the first like maybe 6 months of my time here.
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
to experience the tail end of it where there was literally a wall that was full of it. And week by week, it just got
You
less
win
and
See
less.
those.
it.
and
Yeah,
less
it
and
was
Oh,
less.
literally
man,
just
you
like
just
one of those
keep
time
chugging
lapses
them.
where
They
they
were
were
I
just
think
so
the
good.
afternoon crew just
They were
chugged
so good.
those things.
So good. And like nobody cleaned up a bottle ever.
hell
no.
It was a
No.
mess.
And like there were tape stuffed in them because people would take their
Yeah,
tape off their
yep.
thumbs and stuff them.
Wherever you finish
Just
it,
like
you just drop
Trice
it. Right
would be drinking out of somebody's random drink.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was so
Oh, yeah.
so funny. And you know too, it's like that garage you had at your old place. We'd fit like 6-7 people
yeah.
in that thing.
The barn too. Dad's
and
barn.
no one
I don't know
got
how
hurt.
we
Like,
possibly fit people at the barn.
yeah, the
at
barn. The
all.
barn. We'd handstand walk across the
The
concrete.
Yes.
slick concrete.
Yeah,
I remember multiple times
Yeah.
going woof woof
Yeah.
and straight out.
The 13-foot wall ball target or
Yep.
whatever it was your dad's
Outside.
garage door was. The muscle up rings that where if you went back too far, you kick the
Kick it,
steps.
and they're just
Or-
a little
or you
bit
sh-
too wide.
yeah, a little bit too wide. You'd shoot the rocks out to the front so you couldn't stand in front of
Yes.
them.
That was
Yeah.
such a good spot though.
It was.
We
That's-
have 18 people in there.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, packed like
one
sardines.
one
The stair-
rower,
Yeah.
one runner.
The thick fat bar for
Fat
pull-ups.
bar for rusted to shit.
That Donovan
Donovan got MRSA. No,
Yeah.
Donovan ripped his hands and
Yeah.
then got MRSA at the
Yeah,
water
pool
park.
or whatever.
Yep.
Is
At
this-
my wedding workout.
Is the 6-person worm still up there? Or did you dissect it?
We
and turn
dissected
into, okay,
it.
I,
Turned
I,
it
just,
into a
I,
fork.
I was
Before
up there
they would
yesterday.
sell
Yeah,
before.
your dad built the storage rack for
Yep.
the worm.
And
the worm.
immediately it was like no more 6-person
No more worm.
Yep.
Oh man.
I was trying to think. We
Me and
had
Hobart, the 11.5-foot target.
Yeah.
11
We
and a
did
half.
that before it was cool.
Yeah.
It was actually probably like 10.8, but still,
But
it
that
was
sucked.
awful.
But what was nice squatting on that? Wait, no.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah, the
bad
slant.
because
Yeah.
it goes slant.
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, it was bad. That's right. Because it was. Yeah, you were here. You were.
I was trying to think. Do you remember when I made it to the games in 2015 and we did like this crazy weekend? Like you made a bunch of workouts for me.
Running the hill.
Run
or
the-
we did
it
the
was
hill.
like-
yeah. It was
I
swim and
swam,
wall ball.
and yeah, and then like Karen to 11.5 feet.
Yep.
And it was like a mile run.
But hey, talk about you peaked early. It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
you were doing stuff
we
like
were
that.
doing
and it's
hard shit.
crud.
I
Do you
remember no one
remember-
was there. It was just you like yelling at
quiet.
me, and I'm doing 150 wall balls to 11 feet.
Again.
I'm running down the road.
Yeah.
rednecks
Not fast
driving
enough.
by.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 50 workouts we made that were like 5 reps of 5 muscle ups, run around the tree, back up? It was like 10 rounds.
It was
if we
always
couldn't
run
ever,
around the tree.
If we couldn't think
Run
of
around
something,
the
it'd be
tree.
like, all right, 5 squat cleans at 225, run around
That
the tree.
tree
And
seems
that was
so
all the
much
running we ever
farther.
did, you know?
It seems so much farther too.
Yeah, or we'd
Which
run
run
up
around
the,
the tree.
or we'd
Yeah,
run
run
up to
around.
that mailbox at Bumbalow's and back while one person
Yes.
did something. That was the only running. running. We
And
ever
then
did.
the whiteboard that you couldn't erase anything off
You had to
because
spray
it
a
was
bug
shower
spray
blue.
and,
Yeah, it
like,
was
They
shower-
just
Scrub it.
spray like Goo Gone on it.
Yeah.
I remember there was a year where probably nothing ever got erased. You
No.
were writing over workouts.
And you would just,
and
you just find a
go
little
up there.
corner you could squeeze something in.
Or we'd write 1,000 workouts and we come in the next day, we're like,
Yeah.
no, let's do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,000 good workouts.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was usually everything was like 3 rounds. It was like, you know,
Yep.
there was a time where everything was 3 rounds, but it was a hard 3
we
rounds.
always go in phases.
Yeah.
Always. It's like, keep the bike going. You know, me and
Yeah.
Darren did
Yeah.
that the other day. We were like, keep the bike going. Echo bike, 15 cals, 50 handstand, 50-foot handstand
The
walk.
one thing I think we all go back to is the 21-15-9. It's like 3 rounds, 21 calories,
Yeah.
15
Easy.
handstand push-ups, 9 power cleans. Like something
Such
like
a
just something so easy to do.
Such a great
everything with.
thing. Such a great or even like the ones that I've been like doing are like our old warm-ups that were ass kickers of 10 sets back and forth, the 200-meter row and 15 toes to bar. But the rower's
So
occupied,
bad.
you know, it's like, dude,
Those are so good.
no break half the time.
We did one last
but it's
year.
like we warmed up with that. It's like that was our
we
warm
still
up.
warm up with that.
We did
Yeah.
one last year. I think it was 300 meters on the row, 10 burpee box jump overs for 10 rounds.
Yeah.
And it was like a
Just
nut smasher.
smashes you.
But
then
then off
it's
the
like
rowers
a-
at 280, and it's all right. I'm rowing again.
What's your on the minute one? That's like Darren said, a warm up.
Every minute on the minute,
200s on the minute,
every
and then
minute on the
barbell.
minute, 6 clean and jerk,
Yeah.
into every minute on the minute, like 10 bar facing burpees.
He adds the burpees.
Well,
I
yeah,
stop
but
at the
that-
barbell.
Yeah.
But no, but
Yeah,
but
we
again,
we did a hunting season. We did 20 rounds of the row and then 10 or 6 clean and jerks on the minute, right?
Did I do that?
and then
it
yeah,
was
and
your,
then,
your
and then the
weekend.
very last minute was the Hobart thing where you always
yeah.
double it.
You don't remember on your
Oh,
bachelor
yeah, I
weekend?
do, yeah.
We
Yeah,
just
I
came
do.
in and did 40,
Yeah.
so 4,000 meters and then
Yep.
double grace basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
It's perfect,
Yeah.
It is.
hard.
It's like those are ones. It's like, but
simple and effective.
but it got you fit. Like I felt
Yeah.
my fittest when I was comfortable like doing that stuff. When
Yeah.
I knew like I could touch and go, and like muscle ups, we would do the assault bike muscle up or ski and muscle up combo. It's like, dude, like that.
It's so simple. People
It's
make it
so-
so hard. It is so
Exactly.
simple. I mean, back then, obviously, it was even more simple.
It's like, dude, you wreck your triceps, you're gonna make your muscle ups better. Like if
Exactly.
you
Ruin your core.
yeah, ruin your core.
Yeah.
Dude, if you can perform under heavy duress, is
think-
when you're gonna be at your
I
best.
think one of those years for like 6 weeks in a row before the open, Monday we would row,
we had it planned
clean
out.
and jerk. The next day
Dude,
we would
squat clean
row and then
thrusters at
squat clean or
155.
squat snatch. Then we'd row power snatch. Then we'd
Yeah.
row or bike or whatever.
Yeah,
ski,
muscle ups
muscle
are
up.
always Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was always, I remember the squat clean thrusters were the worst day because it was
Yes.
6.
because
at
it's,
a-
5 or
it's so
6.
hard.
it's so
such a
hard.
long
It's such a
rep.
slow movement.
And somebody who came in that was new, this is so stupid,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
you don't know what
it's-
you're doing.
It's
Yeah.
so bad.
It was like,
It was so bad.
the squat
This
clean
is
thruster.
boring.
The squat
The
clean
clean
thruster
and
one is
jerks
the
were the
hardest.
best. They were the
Yeah.
easiest. It was
Easiest,
like,
yeah.
just give me to the clean and jerk day,
Yeah.
and I'll get through this.
And like, it's funny when I started training again, like in 21, the Thursday active recovery day. I had no idea what that even was.
Yeah.
Because like when I left, there was no active recovery.
Yeah.
You train 6
Well,
days a week.
I'll say, like we talked about,
we
it's like
swim and we bike, or we
Yeah.
swim and we row.
and that was, remember how
it wasn't even active recovery though.
No.
It was just easy on your joints. day.
Exactly.
Dude, remember like when we got on the kick of swimming and going right to the track, or
Yes.
track and go right
Right
to the pool,
Yes.
or track and go right to the gym.
and you could like,
I
dude,
can't
you were
believe
so
that.
drained. Like
Dude, we would do the Saturday morning. We would do
Yeah.
one of those awful Hinshaw runs. It'd be like
6,000
10K,
meters,
yeah,
6 to
freaking
10,000
intervals.
meters,
and then we go max on our snatch and clean and jerk. Like that
Every
was
day.
always Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
Yep.
Or we'd stop by Austin Alley's, jump in the pool.
yeah.
But like, those were
the track.
those were the days I never got better snatch because I'd hit 135,
Yep.
I'd hit 185, then I'd miss 225.
Yep.
Rich and then would jump to 245. I'm
That's
like,
the
I'm
days
out.
that I was
Yes.
snatching 305 and 307. you
Yeah, I
know?
know. It's like those are the days I maybe hit 5 reps of snatching. Then I have to wait till clean and
I
jerk.
think I
Yeah.
clean and jerk 290 then, or 390. I think that's the most I ever got to. Is
Yeah.
307
And I
and
don't think
390.
there's video of the time when we did the lift, you and Easy, because you did the 300 snatch,
Yep.
or was it the 400?
300 snatch.
Yeah,
You snatch
300 snatch.
It was in
with
the
high
old
temps
gym
at the
for
old
Yeah.
like.
the
Yeah,
grand
that's what I'm
opening.
saying. I don't even know if
Yeah,
there's
there's a video.
there
it's
is
a
video.
grainy ass video.
Okay.
And then
I haven't
lift-
seen the clean jerk. I think you get 365 for the first
yeah,
time.
and then the lift off, I hit like 306
Yeah,
or 307.
306, 307.
And then
Because you
one time
missed.
one time in the barn
barn.
with McGoldrick,
Yeah.
I hit 390.
That was before we did that barbell
That's right,
Shrug
yeah, yeah, yeah.
podcast.
Was
Remember,
it?
we were standing around.
Oh,
we
yeah,
did it.
you're right.
Yeah.
That was when you wait. No. That wasn't when you had your random bed that sat there that you
That
got.
was my
That
wedding.
was the
That was the
that-
wedding.
He got as a gift, and people would lay on it
was after the
after
game.
working out. They'd lay on
The
it.
game's in 10. It was that
It's like,
reverie
dude, get off the
bed.
man. It's a gift, and like they just had a random bed.
I think
lay-
it still had the plastic on it because we hadn't had a house yet. But
but the thing is, that people would lay on the plastic, and then the next day you just saw that plastic get cloudier and cloudier. It's like, dude, just don't lay on
Finish
the
the
bed,
workout.
man.
There is a video of you and Thomas Cox on YouTube doing a workout.
Yeah.
With
it's
the bed
the
in
wedding
background.
wedding day workouts.
Yes.
It's
3,
me
6,
and Brandon Phillips.
Yes. Oh yeah.
3
Yeah.
snatches, 6 overhead
overhead
squats,
chest to
9
bar.
chest to bar for
Yes.
6 rounds or something like that.
Yeah. And the bed is in there. Right?
Yeah.
And
The
Thomas
bed.
is commentating the whole time.
Yep.
Will's sitting in the closet.
Everybody's on the steps.
Yeah.
People would
the
finish the workout. lay
That's
on
when
the bed.
Donovan
That's
got
so
MRSA.
That's that. That is when.
When did you start doing the Ben and I did a variation of it last week, but like the 50 GHD, 50 toes to bar, 50 ab mat, 50 toes to
Oh,
bar,
yeah,
50
that was-
I
GHD.
got that back.
Yeah, abdo.
One time
rabdo.
I was at Reebok, and I want to say Lindsay Smith, Webb Smith's wife,
Yep.
did it. Just one round. I think it was 50 GHD, 50 toes to bar, 50 ab mat.
So you're like, it should
And
be
so
2
we were
rounds.
like, we'll do that. And then I liked it so much that we did it in reverse.
Yeah.
And
We've done that a
then
couple times.
I've done it in reverse with ski as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
and
the
then
ski's
we've
awful.
also done the toe to bar GHD back in 20 and 20.
Or the GHD muscle up.
Remember
That's
that? Like
so
harder
bad.
30 rounds,
Yeah.
30 and 10.
30 and 10.
The
Yeah.
worst
Yeah,
workout.
that's a bad one.
That'll let you know how bad your muscle ups have
Yeah.
gotten. real
Yes.
quick.
Yes.
We've done a lot of. It's 25 synchro GHDs for 2, 25 synchro toes to bar for 2. Meet at the worm, do clean jerks or squats, switch
Classic.
the movements,
Classic.
smash your core.
That's such a.
It was always a Wednesday afternoon workout when everything else was fried, and you're
You
just
can
like,
only do core.
Yeah.
You know,
all you got
and too,
left.
like what still gets me is that people don't do enough GHDs.
No,
People do not.
no.
And it's like, I
so
don't
good.
understand how people
we
understand.
probably do too many of them.
Well, yeah. I would definitely say there's
150
happy.
twice a week was like the standard.
Exactly. Muscle ups, like we'd hit 100 muscle ups a week in
Yep.
some way, shape, or form. Bar
Yes.
ring. GHD was always 150 plus. Handstand walk was 500 plus feet.
Yep.
You know, squatting was 100 plus at 70% plus. Like, you know, it was like, you know,
There's
there
just
was
standards we would almost
there are
inte-
standards in amount of
unintentionally hit.
volume to where you're built to sustain a full
Yeah.
week of the games.
until people just fell off a cliff. and then
Until
Yeah.
but again, that's
physically,
that's,
emotionally.
that's any sport in general.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like it's going to be football. It's going to be
think-
basketball. It's like to sustain it throughout your life is
Yeah.
impossible. If you want to be the best at it, you got to push the limits.
I think around the time we were doing the sets of 10 back squats, we were doing the hill runs with the sandbag.
oh yeah.
Remember that? It was
yeah.
like back and
Or-
forth with the sandbag
or
up
the
hill.
swim
across, run up the
run
hill.
back down, swim
Yep.
up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Swim
I miss
across,
That was a
run up.
classic.
That's a
Bike,
classic.
20 cal bike, swim, run up the
Oh,
hill with the
yeah.
sandbag, run backs,
Thrusters,
thrusters.
swim.
Yep.
We should do one of those tomorrow for 4th of July. Darren. Come on, Darren. Come on,
It would
Darren.
be miserable. I
should do
remember because I think like Ben Smith was in town
Oh yeah.
during
We
one
pulled
of the,
GHDs down there.
Yeah,
Remember
dude,
that?
that's crazy.
Or D balls
yeah,
when we found Tonto. R.I.P.
yeah, when we did, yeah, we had to pull him out first. We said, I think you guys
That D
still
ball
were,
stayed down there
think-
for a week.
think
Nobody
guys-
wanted to go down there.
yeah.
We did not swim that day.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you did.
No,
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 yeah.
nobody was.
Get him out. Get him out.
No, nobody swam.
Will
that
someone
day.
say something?
Yeah,
Is
we'll
that
see.
Ellie
Please say
right?
something.
Like, all right.
R.I.P.
We got crap for that last time because we laughed about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
somebody was
Darren's
upset.
way of grieving.
Somebody was
It
triggered.
is. It is.
They have a picture up in his
Still
house. It says, Tonto, and
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Oh, dude. Yes, yes.
Oh, I
know.
like that.
I never thought I'd picture my dog up.
Gone too soon.
Yeah, gone too soon. Boy loved to swim.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, exactly.
how long do those English bulldogs? They don't last very long anyway, right?
It's. I mean, like if you Google it, they're like 6 to 9 years, and I got one that's at 9. and-
69 years.
Exactly.
6
And he
to
is
9
healthy as a horse. And it's driving me off the wall. Because it's like, dude, I couldn't keep the, I mean, I don't want to say it to be mean, but it's like, I couldn't keep the one I love for like over a year. And I got this one, because everybody gets that dog that is just annoying. Or
Gipper.
it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, you just get that dog, you get that kid, you get that, you get that.
Hey, we're done.
But it's just, it is. It's like, dude, I I got this one. It's like, dude, why you're not Tonto, man?
You'll never be him.
Well, yeah,
You'll never be.
You know, I had Gilligan, and Gilligan's the gold standard.
It is like
and
you
then
get.
Gipper never added up to Gilligan. And Gipper's getting to where we at least see eye to eye now. Bill,
Rich is chewing on rocks.
Bill
He's
is
like,
a great dog in the fact, other than him, like, if stuff's left out and he's left out, he's gonna chew it up. He's gotten over that a little bit, but he's got some like Gilligan to him, and I can respect that. Me and Gipper just,
Dude, the older a dog gets, the calmer they get, the less like jumpy they get. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right, this is nice.
yeah, but Bill's
then you're
too,
like, oh,
and he's
you're
still
like,
like, I mean,
dang,
he's puppyish, so he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
wide open, but I can at least level with Bill a lot better. Gipper, it took like, how old's
Gipper,
he,
you
10?
could
Like
punch
7
him. You
years
could,
old.
Oh,
you could,
yeah.
you could do you. I mean, you
I
know,
don't know if you should
it's-
say punch him.
Well, I mean, but seriously, I mean,
You're punching my dog?
You be in the middle of a workout, be over at squatting, all of a sudden a rock would just land.
Oh,
Like,
my
yeah, and you're gonna kill him. So
and
you
yeah,
had to-
exactly. You'd be like, kick him away. You're like, dude, I'm gonna drop this on you.
You
Like
remember
he
when I
would.
dropped the bar on Tonto?
Yes.
He was like a
That's what
puppy.
I'm- yeah.
And he ran. I mean, I was doing clean jerks, and he just ran right under the bar.
And dude,
never
and
did
he
it
was he never did it again. And he was one of those dogs like Gilligan. You could take to the gym and you would be okay.
Yeah.
Like he would lay there. The one
I
time he
dropped
came
the-
running
yeah,
across.
dropped the bar on him the
Yeah.
first week.
Well,
and
Gilligan
it was
would,
better.
he knew like personal space.
Yeah.
Like, he'd come up,
Yep.
you'd pet him for a minute,
and then he'd walk
and
away.
then he's like, all right,
Yeah.
you're done.
Lay
All
over
right, I'm
there.
done. I'll just be with you, you know?
Yeah.
Man.
Bill survives for the total opposite reason. He doesn't know space, but he's so athletic and
Oh, yeah.
fast and
Yeah.
quick,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he just gets out of the way.
I was working the other morning, and all of a sudden I saw this flash, and I mean,
Jump
like,
over the bushes.
dude, he jumped over the couch, and he landed so softly, and then he walked backwards, and then hopped back on the couch and laid there like it was nothing.
He's a moron.
Like it was crazy.
I love when he runs around the bison field and any
He'll
other
be sprinting
runs
to the
under the-
fence
yeah.
and then duck under
Duck
it.
at the last
but
second.
it's the loudest. You know he's ripping into it, but he
Yeah.
does not
Oh,
care.
yeah,
Yeah.
barbed wire fence, and he slides
Gosh,
right
and
under.
and you see the fence just.
Yeah, jiggle.
Oh,
Any other dog you see out in the bison field, you're like, I don't know. But
They're
then
gonna
you
die.
see Bill out there, and you're like, well, this is how he survived.
This is his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Price and Bill are the same. Like
Yeah.
if they're each other in each other's form, like it really
Sure.
is.
Yeah, I think Trice might be able to ride those bison when he's like 16.
Probably. I'm gonna. Yeah, probably not a good idea, but yeah.
His friends go bison tipping.
All right.
Trice is going to do one Fireball 5K and hop on a bison.
What else we got? Anything?
I don't think so.
We
Good
didn't
podcast.
talk about anything productive, but this is a good one.
People will love this one because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
CrossFit.
old school.
It was
That's
CrossFit.
true.
Old school.
I'll put this out before Fresh Coast
Okay.
because we talked about Fresh Coast.
Yeah. And we can do a post Fresh Coast.
When is Fresh Coast?
Next
Next
weekend.
weekend.
Oh,
This is
Gosh,
pretty soon.
I got a squat snatch.
Ah,
this
yeah.
weekend.
I gotta go do some muscle ups there.
I did.
What'd you do?
I did 5 on the minute for 10.
Is that all you did?
That's all I did. Well, I did a workout.
What workout you do?
So it was actually today's affiliate workout, which I got a lot of crap for, which it might have been overkill.
Use code Angelo.
Yeah. Use code. But it
Does that work on affiliate?
So it was a 15-minute
I don't know if it
AMRAP. You
works.
buy in with 45 calories.
AMRAP or AMRAP?
AMRAP. I did emphasize the AM.
Oh, I've got something after this actually.
And so 15 minutes, buy in 45 calories on the Echo, 35 for ladies. Then you go into 3 rounds of 30 GHDs, 30 dumbbell step-ups with 35s, which is nice for men, 25s for ladies, but 24-inch box.
Oh.
But whatever time's left in the 15 minutes, you gotta go max cals. And it was a little bit overkill because 30 and 34, the average person, to get
That's
back to the
alright.
bike is a real challenge.
That's fine.
Farmer's hold or up on shoulders?
Farmer hold.
24
But
inch though.
24
is
inch
hard.
sucks.
24-inch is a game changer, but man, a lighter. So I mean, granted, I use kettlebells because you don't have all your dumbbells out there.
No, they're in the trailer.
And there's some in here.
So, but the kettlebells, I was swinging like a madman.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. And dude, after stepping up, because I did the semifinals workout, or not semifinals, the qualifier workout.
Did you
Yeah.
extend your hips?
Yes, I made sure to look forward
Good.
each
Good.
time. But a 50-pound, like real quick.
You like
that
your knee
workout.
out?
I mean, I did not watch any videos of anybody doing it. Obviously, what happened to Paige and stuff. But how many reps were they getting on the dumbbell
20s,
step?
A little bit over 20.
They were
20?
getting 20s.
20 or
Looking at
22.
those scores.
20 inch
Step
box.
I know, but still, did you guys do that workout?
Yes.
So
terrible.
20
It's
in a minute is so
terrible.
hard.
Terrible,
Scott did it.
especially trying to row that hard, or trying to row like respectfully.
I
Wasn't
rode
the row-
I rode an 1800 most of
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Then to get off and step up
20 times.
is fast. Like that's moving fast. If you're
Yes.
hitting 20 reps,
Yes.
you're moving.
I just did like
And
for
what power snatching? What were they hitting like on the
10
snatch?
or
Like
12. 10 or 12.
10
Yeah.
or 12?
right? 12.
Yeah,
you.
some people did it wrong
Because
and
wait,
did
no,
like
there were people
14,
getting
but
60 reps. I think like 60
yeah,
reps.
because everyone realized it was better to row really, really hard.
So
and not,
you're doing 20 reps, or essentially, if you break it up, 20 reps on
Yeah.
each station, which if you're rowing 1,800, that's what, 25 calories?
yeah, they were
probably.
getting like 30 plus. Like
Yeah.
the guys that won were getting 30
Dude,
plus.
that's insane.
Yeah,
insane.
That's
on the,
insane.
On the rowing.
So that's why I'm saying
It's a
going
big
back
guys
to
workout.
this, going
Big
back
guys
to
workout.
this workout using 35s feels night and day difference.
Yeah.
Like 50s to 35s.
I hate
Speaking-
stepping up to 24 inches though.
Yeah.
Speaking of
respect
Mayhem
you.
affiliate, Darren got a camera, and Josh and Frank and Ben taught him how to use it, and he's got a whole studio. And I was uploading Mayhem Performance podcast to the Mayhem Athlete YouTube, and I was like, "What is this?" Clicked into it. Darren's video looks incredible.
Nice.
So much better, dude.
It looks so much better than the cell
I'm
phone
wearing shoes.
or the
I'm wearing
GoPro.
shoes. Hey, I have a mic.
Yeah,
Have a mic, and you can hear me. and stuff.
I don't understand.
Dude.
I'm like, how does this look so good? And
So
it sounds
I've gotten so many comments of people be like, "Dude, did you get a new GoPro and stuff?" And I'm like, "No, man, I'm
got a camera. Got a
Yeah.
real camera.
It's a
new
new camera.
GoPro.
yeah,
Yeah.
new GoPro.
Mayhem affiliate stepped up on the back end.
Mayhem affiliate stepped up, and
It's
it
the way of the
needed it
future.
bad.
Join Mayhem Affiliates today.
That's right.
Yeah,
Go to Angela.
actually,
Go to Angela.
do it.
I
We're
don't
gonna do
know
an
if my
affiliate
code
tour.
works.
Do what?
I don't know if my code works for the affiliate.
I don't know. Find
Try
out.
it out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, try it out.
Peace.